And the wheel turns once again. Welcome into a summertime time slot. This is hopefully going to be our summer Dominions time. I may shift it back 1 hour. We'll see if people have a lot of feedback on this. This should be a lot friendlier for basically everyone who isn't in my time zone, and only made possible by shifting schedules here. Get a little tea in me here. See, people are already chatting away. Let me see what's up tonight. You should not make an announcement and not keep it. Okay, Axe eating some crow on time zones. Gotcha. Cygnus, welcome in, man. Why is there a community? Yeah, I have literally no idea. We went to stream the other night on House of Legacy, and that just appeared. That's a YouTube update, apparently, that I was not told about. And frankly, I just haven't had time to dig in to see if I can even turn it on or off or what. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. It's a thing that exists. Pirik, with a gifted membership. Thank you very much, Pirik. Congratulations to Simon Kelly getting that gifted membership. Make sure you thank Pirik for the support there. Engagement farming by YouTube. People keep chatting as hard as possible. What we learned from the House of Legacy stream was that you only can get XP like once a minute by chatting, apparently. And the other way to do it is by super chatting and giving memberships or getting a membership. I don't know. I have annoyance that they turned it on without me telling them to turn it on. And I don't even know if I can turn it off. So that is what that is. That will require some babble time to go look into things. I haven't had to fiddle with YouTube stream settings in a long time. I have my archetypes that I have, and I reuse them for setting up different streams. So it's been a while since I've had to be in that kind of back end area. Sergeant Flintlock, good to see you. Skogfish, hello. Shannon, good to see you. J-Rob, Trip, Ograph, Ben. You just ate someone's soul. Hi, CB. Time for some cross and shot. All right. As usual, we are going to chit-chat here. We'll do a couple more minutes just to let people have a moment to get in here. I don't know how busy it's going to be tonight. You can warn people 1,000 times, and no one will ever get the message that you're switching up a standard time. So it is what it is. But hopefully with this different summer time zone, a few people who normally can't make it will be able to make it. We'll see here. We'll see. I can change it based on feedback, but just looking forward into the summer schedule, this is probably where we're heading. Looking forward to tonight. Man is a very interesting nation. I don't know. I was incredibly wrong about middle-aged man, apparently. That is one of the most pushbacks I've ever had on the tier list. But not learning my lessons, I'm still going to say I don't think that late-age man is particularly strong. They're not horrible, but it seems to me that the late game just isn't there. We'll see, though. We'll see. Hope you're enjoying your summer. I'm not done yet. I still have about 2 more weeks, but with my current schedule, Fridays are going to work. So we're getting close, though. I don't work any more Fridays, hence the ability to switch this time. It's good. It's only 2 a.m. instead of 4 a.m. So I can actually watch some. Oh, man. Well, just in case people haven't been around the last couple weeks, because I've been talking it up, once I do go on full summer schedule here, my plan is for most days, we'll probably do for me, morning stream and an afternoon/evening stream. So whether it'll be this time or maybe an hour later will be the evening stream. And then for a morning stream for me, it would be either 9 o'clock a.m. or 10 o'clock, somewhere in there. And we'll have like a 4 or 5 hour stream. I'll take a break, and then we'll do another 4 or 5 hour stream. We'll see how my voice can hold up with a schedule like that, but it's going to let us do a lot of games. So we'll probably be playing something in the evening, something in the morning, and then not the same game every single day. So there's going to be a lot of variety in there. I mentioned a while back, but I do want to try to branch out a little bit more. Like, we haven't really done any action games or anything. So something like Sulu Kong or Space Marines 2 or maybe even Helldivers 2 in one of those slots. We have Cyber Knights coming up in a couple weeks. That's going to be in one of the evening slot games, I'm almost certain. Another Shadow Empire is very close on the horizon. I don't think I'm going to wait for the DLC. I've kind of got the bug and I want to play again. We'll see. I think we're still a couple months out from the actual DLC. That's a lot of streaming, even if you don't work. It is Cygnus, but I'm putting in the work. This has been by far the best month for the channel, like to the tune of like double what I've done in the past. And it's been a great combination of just amazing continuous support from channel members and the serial gifters. I appreciate you guys. The Dominions just really popping off. We had a really good stream for the tier list, and Late Age has been pretty decent. And then having House of Legacy just explode. For me, the equivalent of going viral. It just all compounded to just kind of a perfect storm. And it's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. It keeps the dream alive that maybe someday I could be a full-time content creator. The amount of growth I would need is a lot lower this month, even though it's I'm sure it's an outlier and not the new norm. Okay, let's go ahead and get us started here. That's enough chitter chatter. What's that? About 8 minutes? Yeah, plenty of time for people to hop on in. Okay, so Late Age, man. A cool nation. I love that they have lots of different tools, but like many Late Age nations, I think we're kind of let down a little bit by our Mage Core here. We'll see what we can do with it tonight. Let's go ahead and hop out and get ourselves a map rolled up. So we're going to do standard stuff. Trolling Sea has really become my favorite. I mean, literally since like, I don't know, we've been doing this since early age, basically. I like Donut, but Donut, it has its problems. Trolling Sea, I feel like, gives us a little bit more variety. It still gives us a little bit of choke pointiness. It still gives us some water being relevant. I just like the combination here. I've also been liking 2 caves lately. It gives enough room for an underground nation to have some privacy, but it also kind of forces them to come on out. Whenever we've done 1 cave, sometimes they just stay underground and they don't interact with the rest of the world. That's a little bit of mages without magic. What could go wrong? Yeah. Cryostasis could be a good pick. Okay. If you want to post that as a comment, I'll look into that later. I don't recognize that game. But if you just say it in chat, I won't remember. By the time we're done in 5 or 6 hours, I'll be pooped, and I won't remember that. Okay, let's give us a wraparound. We are going to be Late Age Man stream. Late Ages. Yep. We're going to stick with our difficult AI. I'm still a little sketch on this. Obviously, I'm on my 3rd Late Age nation that I'm prepping for the video this weekend. And sometimes the AI expands really well, and sometimes it just chooses to sit in its capital for a while. I don't know. It's going up another difficulty I really don't want to do. I've said it many times, but I don't like how this just scales gold, because it changes the balance of the game greatly. But if the AI can't expand, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so we are going to be Man, of course. I don't really have anything that sticks out to me that I just have to play. Maybe we'll stick in things that are coming up. So we have, where are you at, buddy? Utgard is next week's pregame video, and I guess I'll just spoil it live. The following week is going to be Ohm. So maybe we'll stick those on in there. We'll leave the rest random. I do appreciate that I don't have to worry about crappy water nations that can't get out of the water. I can just leave it on true random. If we get them, we get them. If we don't, we don't. I have noticed Late Age Atlantis is a beast. The AI does very well with it. I have to note. Okay, let's go ahead and hop in there. Man, of course, we're going to load in. I do think we're going to do Flame Tongue. What I like about him is he gives us the ability to summon in flame spirits, so I can propagate out flaming arrows. And I feel like flaming arrows are just a really good buff for this nation. We have good crossbowmen that we can use as our front line if we so choose. And so they'll hold still for buffs really nicely. So give it a little shock resist, inspirational presence. We're not the worst for morale, but we're not the best either. So just a real budget bless, essentially, with the main aim here of being fire arrows. And hopefully if we get to the point and the gem income willing, we can get a couple flame spirits to kind of help us out with that a little bit. This also gives us a little bit of crafting, although nothing crazy. Somebody did point out, I misspoke. 4 air does not let us craft because we have inept smith. So that really only makes us an air 3 crafter. It is what it is. We're closer than we would be on other mages. So if we have to do it, we can empower up. But they are correct. Yeah, inept smith sucks. Other things of note, he's actually an absolutely terrible researcher because he doesn't have drain immunity. He ends up with like 7 or 8. It's not stellar. So he really is a guy that wants to get out and do some site searching or just participate in fights. So that's going to be the plan. Scale-wise, we're going to stick with some order, as much production as we can, some growth, some luck, and some drain. The luck is mainly to try to alleviate the chance that we could get the horrific drain events where it's like, lose 50 gems, things like that. We'll see, though. You could drop some of that and switch things around, but I feel like this is okay. Let's go ahead and hop in there. Flame Tongue, good luck, buddy. Renaming is going to be allowed, of course. We're going to be on 10 points to win, 5, 5, and 3. I'm still liking this, so what we're going to roll up. Late Age Atlantis represent. People are very, very hyped for Late Age Atlantis, and I like Atlantis in all of its forms, but I do think I like EA and Late Age the most by far. You can get fire on your communion mages. Yes, you can. God can even cast if you get unlucky with your randoms. 7 research for a god. Look. He's a burning snake, man. I don't know what we're expecting there. All right, Control F gets us our map filters. We're going to turn on Dominion candles as per usual. Well, this is a lot better than I've been getting in my test games lately, let me tell you. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4. However, we have no way to cross this river unless it freezes. We do have a cross here, so this is a loop. 1 throne inside and a second in sight. This could be pretty iffy. Don't love it. If I wanted to fort this would be my other fort, which I don't love. Yikes. We also have no production scale, or no production terrain. Well, we have Highlands. Highlands have a little bit, but that's across the way. Cloudcap Spires. Is that one of those special provinces that spawns crap that attacks? It might be. I'm not going to re-roll it, but I don't love it. I really don't love it. Moss Woods or Melma or Black Alps, an early second fort could be something. If nothing else, we're very defensive where our capital is. I mean, this can only be crossed in the winter. If we fort here and here and here, we have solidly locked ourselves up. Huh. I'm really thinking about this one. I'm gonna play it. I do have a penchant for playing horrific. I guess we could also fort over here. I have a penchant for playing horrific maps that I will, of course, regret. Yeah, that is true. We only have 2 provinces to get us started. What's our initial 160? We don't have any info on those. I'm thinking on this really hard. Is this worthy of the 3rd reroll ever? Who did we get? Am I going to have a water nation that rushes me? We have Relay. For whatever reason, Atlantis, I swear to God, they always like beeline my cap circle. Reroll, you deserve it. All right. We'll do it. This, I still maintain that would be playable, but that would be quite painful. All right. I'm not going to talk it through. We're going to do the exact same settings here that we did the first time. Yes, we want our difficult AI. I'm going to be man. We're going to have Utgard. We're going to have Olm. We're going to go through that. We're going to load in Flame Tongue. Renaming is allowed. Thrones. In fact, I saved. I got to remember, what's my load button? Control L. I actually did load this. Look at that. Look at that. I don't normally use this because I actually like to talk it through so new viewers know what I'm doing here, but I have the settings saved. Reroll again to avoid a pain stream. Moors agrees. Yeah, I'm gonna let the AI have a chance. It's fine. Union ID says pro move. All right. All right, this is much less interesting terrain, but much more playable terrain. Also, what the heck? Wow. MapGen, what did I do to you today? You mad I was complaining about the Ulm test games I was getting, or what here? All right, we're playing it though. It's good enough. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have a cap circle throne. We have one nearby that is accessible. We have some cave access. Third throne, excuse me. Okay, we see 3 thrones. 4 thrones, excuse me. Do we see another starting nation? Promised Land, Mercs. Sad, no. Black Gorge, Goodwater. Okay, who'd we get? So we have Ulm, Agartha. So Agartha's probably underground. Patala, Midgard, Utgard. Okay, cold. Probably warm, and then underground. So if they are underground, they might be popping up right here, depending. We have no signs yet. Okay, we're playing it. A fort on Kazet Hodar could be a good idea. Yeah, the only problem is if we fort this, then I don't really like forting this. I do try to keep mine spaced out when available. We'll see though. That's not a 100%. Okay, so let's get going here. Retreat with my scout. Ideally, I'd probably want to attack one of these so I can do 2 of them. This could be a nice early second fort. All right, go scout that for me. I don't think I'm going to prophetize our starting dude. I think I'm going to... Well, do I want to do that? No, I think we're just going to accept that we're going to have a prophet die. And I think I am going to prophetize our starting. I do prefer Lord Wardens. They're just infinitely more survivable. But it puts us back several turns, whereas this guy will not. All right, who is our first sacrifice of the night? Cygnus has definitely had one. Simon, have you been a prophet before? I don't remember that one. I'm going to go ahead and type Simon in here. If it's not Simon, Ograf, I'm pretty certain, has not had one. Scroll on down. All right, and become prophet. What can we get with our starting resources here? I'm not going to need a second piece of leadership on turn 2 because we're going to fill in what we got. Our starting army is the long spears and long bows. Depending on what we go up against, that's not terrible. You do 10 of those and a few long spears. 13 versus 11 is not going to really change anything. Something like that. We could go with wardens, but wardens are very expensive until we get our resources rolling. See what we want up here. So judges are interesting. I don't love the fact that they're not guaranteed to get a path, but as pointed out by somebody, even if they don't get a path, they can actually build labs. So I actually don't mind rolling the dice on this a couple times. They can be my lab builders. They can actually patrol really well. So I kind of like to have them just run out and just clean up any miscreants behind us, which just kind of maximizes our income. We have magisters. Magisters, of course, have the mason, whereas the higher tiers do not. So we will need to get at least 1 or 2 of these guys. So that could be an early one. Magister Arcane is our main guy. We've got the Master of Theology, which is our priest, and of course the bishop, and then our Lord Wardens. I like Lord Wardens quite a bit. If nothing else, they're a mage who's in heavy armor and can do stuff behind your main line, which is always nice. Have your leaders do something for you. For us, man, I'm really tempted to roll those bones. Let's go cheap. Let's get a magister. We have 1 point left, and we'll do a judge or we'll do a scout. I think we're going to do a scout. I think that's the way we're going to take it. That leaves us with extra money, but that's fine. When we have a little bit more resources, we're going to start in on wardens, so that'll take quite a bit. Casper says, oh my god, finally on time. And just a Velociraptor. Hey, welcome in again, man. Finally caught a stream. Been playing some Dom 6 recently. I was rewatching all your nation guides. Well, thank you, man. I hope you're enjoying them. Always feel free to post comments on them, whatever. I read everything. And if somebody else doesn't respond, I almost always do. What else? Mercs, City Guard. I don't love City Guard, but in the early game, there's a shot that we actually win this. I will throw some cash at that. They're just great fodder for having them die rather than my actual troops. Flame Tongue here with his 8 research. You do you, man. Get me some research. We have Drain 3, so we start with literally no magic. So that's a thing that happens. What do we want to go? We could go into Conjuration. The aforementioned Flame Spirits come in at 6, which is quite high, but we have other things, natural summons that are good on the way. Some Alteration. Yeah, I like Alteration. We don't have the best paths for it. What we're really looking at is, what is our Glamour 1 going to do? This is something he could do. In Evocation, Bewitching Light's not the worst. Warrior Illusion is not the worst. That might not be a bad idea. We could go Evo 2, and that lets our Wardens actually have something to do. Enchantment. Steel Sight's not terrible. We're definitely not going that high at the moment. Sleep Ray, Fascination's not the worst. Personal Luck isn't the worst. Luck itself isn't the worst. I kind of like the idea of the illusions, though. I feel like the illusions do more for us. So we went Evo 2, and then Construction 3, and then maybe revisit this. So Warrior Illusions for our Wardens to spam, some magic gear and items. Maybe. Evo 2 also gets us Lightning Bolt, which gives our main mages something they can do. Conversely, we could rush Enchantment. That gets us the Archer buffs, and that also heads towards Fire Arrow. I think I like that better. Let's do something like this. Is it 5 or 6? Flaming Arrows is at 5. Yeah. Let's start here, and then maybe we'll revisit. We'll see. I'm kind of... In a lot of my test games, depending on how the AI was doing, an early Fire Arrow war could actually be pretty winnable. Try to expand with your Flying Snake if he can fly. He can fly, but we are definitely not expanding with him. He just ain't it. He needs to be fluffed with a protection buff if you're going to do something like that. And I do not have the pathing for it. Okay, I think that's everything for turn 1. Let's roll it. Koji says legacy. All right. Yep. Got to get a sneak fluffer. Sounds kind of sus. Look, I didn't make the terms. I just use them. What's your plan for finding fire gems? Our god's going to go out and do some site searching. We can get a little bit of fire on our recruitables too, so they can help, but God will definitely assist. Okay, Flame Tongue has Sense Thrones. Oh boy, we got 2 underground. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. And at least one of these should be in this cave complex. Another one. How many water thrones do we have? 1, 2. 2. Okay. All right, this looks fine. Definitely gonna be some wars though. I don't think we're gonna have an easy run of this. Who did we end up with again? Okay, no underwater nation, aka Relay. No turn to profit other than your question and comment. We did Simon. Simon is going to be our prophet here. I do think wardens are better prophet chassis, but this is for the sake of getting that early candle spread and the early combat power of having a prophet. All right, line formation. Line formation. Hold and fire. We're actually going to do archers. I guess we'll see what we have here, but generically speaking, I actually like the longbowmen as counter batteries into crossbows. Okay, 30 units. Horse tribe cavalry. That's a little painful, but not horrific. Heavy cav militia archer. Ditto. Heavy infantry militia light infantry. Light infantry crossbow heavy infantry. This has the best reconnaissance and it has a candle, so we'll have +1 morale. I think we're heading here to get us started. Yeah. Do I have literally anything you can cast? We do. He is so bad at research, I don't even think it's worthwhile. I'm going to get him, he's going to go with, and we are going to site search just immediately with him. We're really hoping for just a little area income. I don't need much, fire income. I don't need much, just a couple fire gems. But the sooner I get that, the better. Okay, hold and attack closest, hold and fire archers. Do we even want to do that? It's fine, they don't have any range of their own. We're going to have you do air shield. And that's personal only. So I actually don't even need to tell him anything else. And then you can cast spells. Behind there, you can hang near God. You are going to cast Divine Blessing. Yes, I know our God will auto bless in this case, but God's not going to hang around. And then we are going to stay behind troops. Yep. I think that's going to be just fine. Please don't have something horrific happen on fight 1. No, we did not win the Mercs. Agartha did. Well, those are going to be complete crap underground. Holy moly. 100 blind militia. Have fun with that, friend. Also, our throne. What do we got? Appears to be commanded by Emin Shataram, the Netter of Kings. We have fire snakes, crossbowmen, claymen. Okay, this is pretty clearable. It's going to be a while, but that's pretty clearable. This is probably a tier 3. What do we have for tier 3? Sun, it could be sun. Elements, I doubt that's elements. Or suffering. Sun would be beautiful for us. It would be very beautiful. We could get fire resist on our sacreds. We'd get that 5 fire income. If it's suffering would be a lot worse. Yeah, it would just be a lot worse. And elements would also be fine. So no matter what it is, it would be good. We don't have any clues anywhere else yet. You're moving there. You're moving there. Recruit-wise, I am going to need some leadership. And I am going to pay the more expensive for the Lord Wardens. I just prefer them greatly over the Castilian. Are we able to start in on Sacreds? We could, but I wouldn't get anything else. Yeah, that is so many more bodies. That is a lot more bodies. I think we're going to do that. So we're going to go here and here. If this looks easy, I highly doubt it is, we could go here, and then we could early fort. If it doesn't look easy, We could come back for reinforcements and then do some weird ping-ponging to clear these sides. If this looks super easy, we could go here and we could fort. So we have a couple options. Go here, here. Yeah. I hate when you have split things like this. I have this, I have the water here, and I have this that kind of make this difficult. We do want to circle clear ASAP though, for sure. And who's the mercs? Beast Brother? Oh, those are garbage. They could take a cav charge for us, but even in that role, those are pretty garbo. Over under a profit, it says at 2.5. Place your bets. Hey, Slice. Like Helheim, because the glamour troops are OP early on, it seems. Very little attrition. Firefighters is so bad, isn't it? Like, yeah, it's horrific. It is horrific. It's not a good spell. It is not a good spell. I guess that's it. Our Forrester's doing nothing. Excuse me? Oh, the new guy. Yes. Let's have him go that way. Also, I have one more point here. I need some more scouting, I think. Do it. God, spamming Firefly, never thought I'd see the day. Cue the song Fireflies. There you go. All right. Please don't kill my snake in the first fight. Please don't kill my snake. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. All right. They don't have archers. Let's get C for colors, R for round counter, and level 2 detail. Hey, look at that. Look at that. He did 14 damage and lit a guy on fire. Firefly's OP. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Look at it. He's already killed at least one guy. Where are you? Details. Look at that. 9 points of damage, 4 points of damage, 5 points of damage, 3 points of damage. It's amazing. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You look at that. Look at that. Between him and the archers. Please just don't friendly fire me too badly. Don't. Okay, they're stopping for the most part. Come on, guys. Come on. I'm counting on those repels to carry us through this. How we doing here, buddy? 64 fatigue. Nothing but fireflies. Oh, this is so ghetto. I really dislike how few melee guys we have left already. Alright. God is in melee. His melee attack's actually really good. So that's at least a thing. What's your HP right now? 130? Okay, we're good. There's no way they're killing him at least. And my melee retreats and my archers are out of arrows. What an expand. What an expand. Okay, well, that's a thing that happened. 40 enemies, crossbows and heavy cav. Yeah, no thank you. 70 enemies, light infantry, crossbows, heavy infantry. This is actually going to be easier for us. We'll see what's up there. 60 enemies, heavy infantry, militia, archers. Okay. I need to know if Agartha is in this cave, so head over there. Here, 200 retreats. How many are actually here? We're not going to have anything. We have Bless, and then I'm going to put him on stay behind troops. He has a crossbow, so he can also shoot. Do we have enough to try this? And I think the answer might actually be no. I think the answer might actually be no. So we're going to have use site search. Can't preach here because it's already too high. I think we're just going to go back one turn and pick up the reinforcements. That's a pretty bad expand. That's a pretty bad expand. Crossbows, heavy infantry. Okay. So this round, give me, we don't need another one of him because he's not even gonna have to move out. Give me, want to try to get out and do some early site searching for Earth. Maybe we probably just need to stay efficient at the moment. We'll grab him. We're gonna chance a judge. Maybe we luck. And then for units, what are we fighting again? Light infantry, crossbowmen, heavy infantry. So our axemen would actually do a lot better here than our long spears. I actually don't like these. They don't have enough attack to make their parries particularly great. I feel like the heavy axemen would be my preference, but how many can I get? Like 9 of them? That's not a ton. We could go with the lighter guys and just go for the attrition. That's probably a better way to go. Flame Snake OP. Fireflies is the mage equivalent of pocket sand. Hey, Sherlock, it's been a minute. How are you doing, man? Does Flame Snake have Fire Shield? Yes, he does. Natively, he does have Flame Shield. Right here. 13 AP damage. So it's actually really high. He's actually not a terrible combatant. Like, he's not a solo expander. Let's not confuse ourselves here. But what he's desperately missing is protection. So you'd want to give him, if you wanted to make him fight, I'd say he needs Nature 1 or Earth 1. Probably Earth 1 would be ideal, so that you can give yourself some kind of protection. Because he is ethereal. He isn't like super low defense. He has a high flame shield. He does have fire power. So another thing you could do is go higher on your heat scales, and that would up his defense some more. Like, he's not miserable or anything, but ethereal is great until it doesn't work, and then you just die. So I would not consider him a particularly amazing expander, not with this build at least. I guess alternatively, a Barkskin amulet could help him out a little bit. We have enough fire that we have 55 fire resist, so he's going to be fine with the little bit of fire vuln, but I just don't classify him that way. He's not a fighter. For anyone who watched the pregame video, I did show off a fight where I messed up. He got bumped by my positioning into the front row, and he lived. Like, he did plenty of fighting, but he's not a fighter. Let's just keep that straight. He's definitely a mage. One thing I do love about him, though, is he's a flying mage. Like, look at this. Like, that is useful for a nation who is relatively slow for claiming thrones and for jumping between armies to buff them up. So that is his main role. Hopefully here we're going to get some lucky fire gems, and then, hey, he's going to be able to join the second fight. So there you go. We got that going for us. Mercs were absolute garbage, and we didn't get anything new. We've got the money, so I'm going to put in standard defense. I'm recruiting everything I can. Yep, typical Babel bad start. You'd hate it if it was different. That was a painful battle, so everything else, yeah, I remember it. Yet again, I'm late. I'm close enough to the start to figure out what's going on. Yeah, we're not very far in Chinese. We've only done like 2 turns. Rough, but overall, man, ended well. May is over, but it ended well. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, May has been a little bit of a death march for me. It's the end of my contract year, so it's like part of my busy season, actually. And weather change and having to do outside stuff. And of course, as usual, every time I tell myself I'm going to take it a little easy on the channel for a couple weeks since I'm so busy, then something I do blows up. It's the same thing that happened with Tale of Immortal. And I'm like, well, I guess we're going to go whole hog on House of Legacy. So good problem to have. Good problem to have. All right. We have plenty of leadership. So I actually could put these guys in a separate group if I'm so inclined. I think I probably will. Yeah, pop them over here. these guys are actually not the worst researchers if you don't take Drain. But because we took Drain, these are terrible. So I don't want him to stay here very long. But there's no reason to have him run out right now when I don't need him. And he has nothing to cast. So Simon, head on in. Flame Tongue, head on in. We did not find a fire site, unfortunately. Okay. Light infantry, crossbows, heavy infantry. So we are going to hold and fire archers. We're going to have... I think we're going to have our spearmen try to soak the archer fire. We're going to do hold and attack closest. Hold and attack closest. We lucked out on our judge, by the way. We got fire 1. That's amazing. He can help run out and do some site searching for us. I do think the snake's probably going to do that, but we are going to take enough attrition. We're going to have miserable. This is going to be misery. Okay, the Armored Fist of God. God, I wish I could recruit them somewhere that could go up here. If I recruit them here, we could go here, but that doesn't help my capital. They might be able to take this out. If this really is 20, we've seen 20 multiple times in a row. We might be able to do that. Only has -5 fire res. Talking about the bark skin. Yeah, totally meow meow. The Warden Lord came old. Did he really come old? He did. Wow. Wow. Yeah, it happens. There's a bit of variety in, or there's a random like age when you recruit people. You can call me ECG. Yeah, that's definitely a demonetizing word, so we're gonna stay away from that. With Drain, there's an upside of having minimum candles so you can research outside your own dominion. For us, I mean, that would work for him. We have a national ability where, say in here, our mages are not affected by Drain. So it affects him because he's not a mage, but these guys all have unhindered researcher. That's what makes this work. So our actual researchers have an ability where they get to ignore it. So that's the reason I'm going with it. Do I think this is the best build ever? No. But I like to do the unique mechanics of most nations just to try them out. Slice using his membership chat. Congrats on 4.7k subs. Everyone like, comment, and subscribe. Join if you can. Pebble needs a new pair of shoes. Are you spying on me, Slice? I actually do need some new shoes. I've got my work shoes, and then my other pair of like yard work everyday shoes are literally falling apart. I really actually need 2 pairs of shoes. So yes, he does. Kind of ironic given our god doesn't even have fists. A lot of mages are on the cusp of old. Yes, they are. Okay, well, we're going to try for those mercs. Let's recruit what we're going to get. So again, I don't need him to march out, so we don't need another leader at the moment. I think we're going to stay cheap. We're going to stay cheap. And I think we're going to start in on the wardens. Look at that. Yeah, we can get all 5 of them now. And then, I mean, we're going to run out of resources first. Get 2 of those guys or 2 of those guys. I guess we get 2 of these. Just kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Or we could get a couple more longbows. Fine. And I think we're going to try this if we can win the mercs. So 300 gold. We're going to go pretty high. It's very difficult to win mercs in the early game. The AI has bonus gold, and they tend to just sit in their capital and not expand the first couple turns. So they run out of resources, and they have tons of gold left to spend on mercenaries. So a little bit painful there, but not much I can do about that. Okay, again, please do not bounce. Pretty, please do not bounce. Light infantry, heavy infantry. I'd love to clear this early. I highly doubt we will be able to have the firepower to do it. We're heading underground to see if Agartha's here. It is what it is, I suppose. It is what it is. Do we have anything here? We could recruit some heavy infantry, but the resources here are garbage. Oh, we can actually get scouts. Ching. I will definitely do that. Let's not put that on repeat, but I will take one. I have to sit here and scream at how badly Tut 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 is mauling me to death. What nation are you guys playing? And what age? Yeah, Tut 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 seems to be on a bit of a roll lately. All right, Evo 1 is done. Evo 1. Hey, flame darts. Flame bolt. Okay, we have real magic now. I'm going to be very mad if they cast fireflies. Fireflies is 20 fatigue for a absolute garbo spell. Compared to fire darts, which is 20, we get 4+. So less for some mages. It's going to be more for our god. The damage is up even higher. It's still armor piercing. It has precision 1. This has -1. So a big precision swing. A much better spell. A much better spell. That also opens up burning hands. So if something does get close, our god can try to just burn them rather than having to bite. He also has Flame Bolt now, which is an AoE 1 spell for even more damage. He just became way, way, way more damaging. It also unlocked Shocking Grasp and Gust of Winds, which he may cast too. We'll see what the AI decides to do. Midgard has a Prophet, and we have a battle. Do I keep on major and minor story events? I do not use that anymore. I did do that when I first started streaming, and all clicking that button meant is that I was going to have some horrific plague cult every single game in my territory, and it just got old for me. I don't think they're horrible. I think they're fine. And some nations actually do have some interesting little story events, but it's almost never a bonus. It's almost always a penalty. So take that as you will, I guess. Come on, snaky boy. Yeah, I need you to hit something. We need to get him aim so he can actually hit things. There we go. It's amazing how much damage even a single junky mage can do in a battle. Especially when you're missing horrifically. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I need you to hit something. That's like 3 whiffs in a row. 4 whiffs in a row. It has +1 precision. Again, just that attrition is horrible. We need the resources so we can get our better troops. So we don't have to be running around with these guys. Alright, well, we win. We win. 9 losses is actually way less than I thought we were going to have. So better than expected, I'll say. Okay, we did... Is that you? That is totally him. We're going to have him cast, I guess, Blessing, and then I guess Flame Darts, weirdly enough. And you can just cast spells. Hold an attack closest. And these guys out. I do think I'm going to go with, so we're going to have the Warden and him try to clear this. So let's see. Actually, we don't want to hold. We just want to attack closest because they're going to stand back and shoot at me. You guys are going to fire Cav. You are going to bless and then stay behind troops. That's fine. And then you, I actually think, are going to be on advance. So we'll do blessing, and then you can advance up. I'm pretty confident that these guys can win against these horses. We're not going to be able to take that, unfortunately. Ooh, there's Ulm already. Yikes. I don't love that. 50 enemies. Crossbows, light infantry, heavy infantry. We don't have the numbers. We just literally don't have the numbers for it. I can start getting some crossbows here, and I sure will. All right, you're gonna search. I really want to take this so that I don't chance him to grabbing that. I don't think we can, though. Okay, 50 enemies, light, heavies, and crossbows. Again, 50 versus 36. With God's help, I think we could do that, maybe. If we win here, I could do an early fort. We are inside of our own dominion. I don't even think we want to hold. I think we attack closest. We fire enemy archers. And we attack closest. All right, we're gonna... so leery about this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I don't want him lobbing things into my own guys. I do want you to actually be able to move forward. Let's actually schedule so he doesn't run instantly forward. So we're gonna put up air shield. And then we're gonna do 2 flame bolts, and then I'll let him do some advancing. Please don't be stupid. I'm playing literally with fire here. Literally with fire. All right, go see if you can find Ulm. Oh, there it is. So this is his cap circle. Not the closest, but not the furthest either. Don't love that. Okay, we got a new scout. We're going to head off that way. Another new scout. Boy, we have not a lot of river crossings, actually. Huh. Okay, we'll head over there. Okay, we found Agartha. Excellent. We know where they're at. You... I guess we start heading this way. He's gonna have to take a long, long ways around. We are gonna need a new guy to ferry troops around. I do want my wardens. Now these with 1 point. I could get a judge. I could just start in on a mage. I think we're gonna actually see if we can nab... Well, no, let's go cheap again. Reason being, I want to save some money so there's a off chance that we can start a fort next turn. That would be just ever so slightly too little. Something like that might... No, it won't. All right, we're not going to be able to afford it next turn, so I might as well spend the points. Spooky vampire bad guys next door. Yep, the AI is probably not going to be able to get the vampires out, though. Am I afraid of the snake dying or getting afflictions? Afflictions, not really. Dying would be annoying. Our bless is not like stellar or anything. It's not required. I don't like playing this way. I play very conservatively with my gods normally, but we just need it. We just need that extra firepower. We have such a rough start here. It is turn 5, and we have 2 provinces, for those of you keeping track at home. It's horrible. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Hey, Timosha, been a while. How are you? Hopefully with this forest taken, this will give us the resources that we can actually switch over to our better dudes. All right, come on, come on. Come on. Yes. Yes. Come on. Run. Okay, good, good. Good. Okay, we did it. We did it. Now they're only saying 30, but we know better that there's between 30 and 60 here. We may take a shot at that. We'll probably die, but we're mainly going to have our mercenaries die. So I'm fine with that. I actually don't even need you to do the blessing, really. Let's do a Sermon of Courage. And I do think we're going to chance it. All right, here. 2 points. Do that. Do that. Actually, hang on. Before I did that... Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay. Well, I already see something bad probably happened. Okay, air shield is up. We're doing our flame bolts. Whiff. Whiff. We start moving forward. Okay, good hit. Bad hit. All right. Does what we exactly thought was going to happen? Did Meow Meow curse us? Now, we have 138 HP. We are ethereal. We do have air shield up. Flame bolt, nice. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Okay. Okay. Nice. I'll take it. A hit's a hit. Imagine the size of the balls you have to charge a giant flaming snake. Okay. Whew. Ooh, I didn't see him on the world map, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. He was just playing, oh, you flame tongue. Such a kidder. Such a kidder. All right, but we're out of troops, essentially. That's not great. In fact, I think I'm even gonna do... that's so bad. That's so bad. Okay, I think it sucks to cancel something, but we're gonna start a palisade. We're already so far behind. I'm just gonna go all in on being behind. All right, Flame Tongue is gonna search. We are recruiting some crossbows here. I'm completely broke, so I can't recruit anything else. This is full greed, by the way, for anyone watching at home. Sometimes I'm just so far behind, I just accept it and go for the infrastructure. I really hope we can get this and Ulm doesn't take it. That would annoy me to no end. Oh, there also... hold on a second. There's also an argument to be made. Maybe we should go this way and get the resources for our cap rather than go up here. 70 units. Heavy infantry, militia, and archers. I am really torn. This is nice because it's at the end of the road, so to speak. I don't have to send another army up here and then have to like backtrack weirdly. It doesn't do anything until this fort gets finished, though. It also could be 60 to 90 units, and if there's like 20 heavy cav, we don't win. Conversely, if we go down here, we know it's most likely more units, but they're more killable units. And that gets me more resources here to actually get something decent recruited. This is the Dominions universe. Bro probably saw something worse every Monday. When I saw the 12 damage, that's what I'm saying. Like, you cannot just be like, oh, he's ethereal, he's going to be just fine. Yeah, not so much. Hey, Greg, there's a giant antlion thing running around eating people again. Also, the blood mages kidnapped my daughter. Please save her. We all know the feeling of a bad idea, but somewhat acceptable answers. F it, we ball. Yep. Would combining those armies change the fight with 20 cav? No, not with just some longbows. I mean, we could send God in. I actually don't hate that idea. It's not like we have to search this turn. God does have the ability to actually kill the heavy cav. That's a fair point, actually. That's a fair point. If we did this... get me a little closer. We don't have anything else to buff with, right? We don't. I don't think we advance here. I think we just cast spells. And I think we're going to actually try to shove that there. What, did you have range? No, no crossbows. Yeah, I like that idea. This makes me feel a little less leery about this. God can still sight search. He's going to need a couple turns before we have another army in position to do anything. He can go search what else we need to search. Okay, yeah, good idea. I like that. Here, let's go see what's on that. Okay, there's a Gartha proper. I would love to get here before he pops out. Odds, probably not great. Not the way we're expanding. Let's see how much room he has. Not that I can afford it. Oh, the shipwreckers. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. I'm committing to this, though. I really want this. I'm not going to have him stay forever. I just don't have any money to recruit somebody else to take over yet. We actually could get, like, the judge to go do it. He's doing 7 research, though. Could have him go do it. He can just walk there. Yeah, let's have Leofwine head over there to take over. One nice thing also about wardens, they can do all infrastructure. They could build your basic castle stuff, they could do labs, and they can do temples. Sometimes it's just nice to be able to have one unit that can do it all. Shipwreckers are the best mercs. Shipwreckers are definitely top tier. Top tier. The guy that has the wind sylphs is one of the nightmare ones for me. And then we had those flame dudes last week who are also top tier. I don't even remember those guys, but they were amazing. All right, let's do it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. We already have a bad start, so. Okay, come on. It's raining. That's a bad start. Rain makes fire spells more fatiguing. It dampens heat auras, and it's more likely for units lit on fire to put themselves out. Oh, you're kidding me. Twice you're kidding me. What the heck, Snake? What are you doing? Some of those are the mage and not the snake. We're on some of the leadership. Yeah, you really need to be hitting those horses. Thank you. Okay, good. We just killed 2 knights. Yeah, look at that. The fire gets put out by the stupid rain. Okay, the merc leader just got killed. That's not good. The witching lights was going off. Luckily, they're not breaking. They are breaking. All right, but that's okay. As long as that keeps the enemy busy while I lob fireballs. Okay, I'm pretty certain we're going to win this. God's not going to leave. Okay. By the skin of our teeth, we win. One annoying thing about longbowmen, they run out of ammo faster than your crossbows, and they like to run into melee a lot. One thing of note. All right, well, perfect. I didn't have to pay for the mercs again, I suppose. We have a few survivors. You can head that way. You can sight search, drop our PD. I mean, there's no reason to have him do anything else. We have some money. Out of curiosity, rats. I was wondering if Bernard's men were still available. They're not. Okay, you can search. You're going to move back here. Give me wardens. I would love to get a magister out and sight searching, so I'm going to do it. I'm even going to chance another judge. Yeah, you can see we have little bits of unrest just kind of left in various places. And I like to use one of the judges who doesn't get magic to go clear that out. And he's a one recruitment point mage also, if we get lucky and actually get something. All right, with the rest of our points, I do think I'm going to try to step it up. So these are the better troops I like to expand with. Tower guards, 13 protection. They have a broadsword and a cross. Or defenders, 16 protection, which is obviously much better, but 27 versus 23. So We could get 2, 3, 4, 6. We could get 7, or we could get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could get 8. Probably worth it just to get the extra body, frankly. And if we don't recruit that guy, I can just leave this on repeat for the time being. That's fine. Smidgen of gold left. No mercs. Apparently I didn't put any. I'm going to PD. I like 21 when I'm building if I don't have extra guys. You're going to rush back here. Man, how lucky was that? So what are we at? We are on turn 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Less bad. Less bad. For me and my suckiness at expansion, I tend to try for 12 at 12. We're probably not going to make that this game, but we do have an early fort. So a little here, a little there. You're going to take over. You could take over right now. If I took over now, yeah, then the prophet could do something. Let's do that. Construct the fort. This is probably a tier 1. Unlikely that's worse. Why don't you head that way? Okay, our scouts are running around. Okay, we did get a judge that didn't get any paths. So we're going to have him go over here. He's on retreat. Yeah, and he's just going to take a tour. He can end up over here and build us a lab. For now, I'm going to have him sneak around and clear out the unrest. I think that's it for the turn. Those cowardly mercs running away with a giant flaming snake. Yeah, you are literally going to be damned by God if you displease him. It takes a special kind of guy to run away while God's watching you. All right, Evo 2 is up. That gives us Flare. That also gives us Sulfur Haze. We're going to have a lot of friendly fire from our God in Sulfur Haze. We also have Fire Blast. We could continue moving up. We could go up to 3. 3 gets us Fireball. I was planning on going straight for the Flame Arrows, but we are having to use God a lot for our expansion. I think we're actually going to do 3. And then we're going to get our enchant. Fireball is such a step up. The AoE is much better, so my bad eyesight isn't as bad. Conversely, though, maybe we get level 1 enchant first, because that gets me aim, and then I can maybe actually hit with something. We'll do that. Again, no luck. Let's do that one next. You. Unrest is cleared. Head over there. Building Palisade. All right, I am going to turn on crossbow recruitment here. And I think I'm actually going to get just a dude so I don't have to have a warden. He has better things he could be working on than that. Over here, we are still getting crossbows. At home. Let's shift these over to him. Okay. Oh, and I see I didn't do something right. So here's a little hot tip. I don't think I called this out well enough. The order that people go into a line is in the order that you recruit them. So if you want to do the warden strat, where you use either magic weapons or larger, and you kind of want your wardens spaced out in your troops, when you queue up recruitment, you should go warden, normal, normal, warden, normal, normal, warden, normal, normal. What this is going to do is it's going to make your wardens be 1 in each square. So this is 9 size, this is 9 size, this is 9 size. If you were larger, that would be 10. And it'll just space them out into your troops. That also gives you a greatsword in every square, which can help clear out like heavy cav, rather than all my wardens being in a block and then not being able to engage other things. So that's the food for thought on that. Up here, I think we're just going to go for double research, and then that does let me get another warden, and then we're out of juice. So that's what we're going to work on. Okay, army-wise, I do feel like this is plenty. So we have you and you heading here. I don't... What do you got? Cursed! I didn't see who cursed him, but our god is now cursed. Wow, that's been a hot minute since we've had one of those. A cursed unit is very unlucky in battle. This increases the chance of gaining permanent afflictions. So, to my knowledge, the only thing that can remove curse is the wish spell. So essentially, if you're cursed, you're doomed forever. Master Bay says, "Are you winning, son?" No, I'm cursed. I'm cursed, Dad. It was a witch. I love the micro of the squares in the unit selection. Not something I generally bother with, but when it's relevant, it can be really good. When we did Late Age Abyssia, that was another one. You have those size 4 big guys. You can mix them in the same way. 99% of the time, it doesn't matter, but in that 1% where it does, it's really handy. If we were running magic weapons, that would be an instance where like this would be really important to do. I think rather than having him continue to site search, he's going to show up to the fight. We're just so far behind, I can't chance us bouncing off of something. Okay, do we have anything else we can cast? We sure do. So there is no Dominion here. So this is not going to auto-bless. We have our main guy here. He's going to do the blessing. So you don't need to do that. Sleep right. Yeah, I think we're just going to spam Warrior's Illusions. And then we're going to say, stay behind troops. Stay behind troops will let him cast, use his crossbow. I don't really care what he does. I do want him to spam out some illusion troops, though. Just as freebies on the board. And then our front line. These guys all have crossbows. So we are going to hold and fire closest. What are we fighting? Heavy infantry, militia, and archers. Okay. We will shoot into the close stuff. We're going to have our longbows fire at the enemy longbows. And actually, let's back up a smidgen. Longbows have 45 range. Archers are going to have, I think, 40. It's either 35 or 40. In fact, we could actually look here. 35 for a short bow. So we're going to be able to outrange him. Ideally, he'll shoot our guys in front who have shields. An air shield, and then we actually can safely sulfur haze here, I think. Well, relatively safely. Relatively safely. Range is 30. So let's air shield once. Let's try it. Let me show you what this does. And then once we've done 2 of those, I don't want him doing that anymore. I think I'm just going to let him choose to do whatever he'd like, but casting spells. I don't want him out front, of course, so back here. Guard commanders, that's fine. Okay. Hold and fire archers. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully this will go well. If it does, I kind of want to run over here and grab this quick and PD it up so that Agartha doesn't get any ideas. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that or not. Maybe I should... No, pop up to the surface. I want you to go down. I need to keep an eye on that entrance until we have it secured. Okay, head to that throne. Okay, we're recruiting him. Okay, we are rolling in the money this turn, actually. Obscuro the Hidden Master. Not really. Okay, we got Chauster here. He actually got lucky and got 2 Astral. Old Chauster, retreat. We're going to get him out sight searching. We'll go this way first. Or he could enter in here. You know what? I'm going to have him come here too. If I have to move somewhere anyways, I may as well get some use out of him. He can put up air shield. And then we're just going to lightning the crap out of the enemy. We'll put him back a little further. Hopefully he doesn't get hit by any random bolts. Okay, we did get a second... What are you? Yeah, a second judge that got nothing. That's a little unfortunate. Weirdly enough, he's also going to go here. Now, he can't be on retreat, so we're going to do him on hold a whole long time and then stay behind troops in the very back. Okay, that's going to do that. That's going to do that. You're entering there. We're recruiting. It's fine. This is a dead end. Rivers are going to be important again this week. All right, I want you to end up there, and I want you to continue down the coast. What are we up to? Turn 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're not going to make it. I used to really fear Curse almost as much as Hormark, but now I barely care about it. I mean, it depends on your god, right? Like, if you're using a super combatant, Curse is absolute hell. But for our snake, the worst that could happen is he gets mute, and he can still kind of do what he needs to do. Pike and bolt, pike and bolt. Agartha's doing some work. Agartha does pretty well for themselves. Don't worry about the pop kill Dominion. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about my game. I'm like, what pop kill Dominion? What did I miss? All right, here we go. Warrior Illusion is out. Look at that absolute champ. Okay, Sulfur Haze. Oh, what a good Sulfur Haze. What a good Sulfur Haze. Cha-ching. Beautiful. Oh, man. Now, the reason you have to be careful with this is it leaves lingering clouds, and if your own troops go through there, it hurts you just as bad as it hurts the enemy. I would have liked them to be stuck in that, but see, there's the poison now. So essentially, it's like sulfur. Like, we just had them take a nice deep breath of sulfur. We'll see if that's enough. It looks like most of them only got a little bit, unfortunately. Yeah, we got a lot of magic support here for just indie expansion. Yep, get out of here. Get out of here. We got shrub check. We got flame blast for danger close, flame bolt. Beautiful. All right, I managed to not friendly fire myself. You'll love to see it. Pretty sure he just flame bolted a bush. Keep those trogs in their cave. Excellent. That went excellent. Unexpected event. Tax plus 250%. Excellent. Handful of magic gems. 6 earth gems. Not bad. Okay. You are not going to actually be doing that. Instead, you're going to site search. You are the judge. You are going to patrol down that unrest. And you guys did excellent. Did we even lose anybody? 0 attrition. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Head on in. Now, I do really want to take that. We may get a bounce here. If we do, what do they have? Agarthan infantry, Agarthan light infantry. They're building a fortification. And maybe they're not going to move out. I'm going to just chill here. I am going to take this and try to bottle them. I don't want them here. Militia, warrior illusions, heavy infantry, light infantry, appears to be commanded by a sorceress. That's going to be a bit rough. That's a tier 2 or 3 for sure. That's going to be a little rough. Okay, you go check that throne. Okay, somebody's got some heat scales over here. Maybe it's Patala. It's probably not Ulm. Okay, here I want you. Look at my gold, by the way. That event getting 250% of my cap income is amazing. Holy moly. Construct. Let's do the temple. Actually, no. Usually I build temples first because you can't, most of the time you have sacred mages. I can actually build the lab first so we can get started on a mage. I'm gonna have you take over building the palisade. You're gonna patrol down what unrest we have. We did get some more heavy cav. Can't really get a lot of them. Probably not worth it. Don't like those guys. All right. I do need to start getting in some more leadership. Give me 2 of those. 1, 2, 1, 1. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that forever, but for the time being, I do think it's worth my time. Fine with that. That actually might be enough stuff to go over this direction. Okay, I think I'm all right with that. Do we have any mercs? Shipwreckers are up for bid. Shipwreckers are up for bid. We could make a play for a throne. We could make a play for a throne. Or we could get into this water for sure. Man, that's I think I take the guarantee. There's like no shot shipwreckers don't kill this, right? And as long as we're down here, I can build mermaids till the end of time. I think we're gonna go for it. So I want them. I want them real bad. I'm gonna bid a lot. What is a lot? 700? I think I'm gonna bid 700 and something. 726. If I get these guys, there's a good chance we can take that throne. Tears of the Pentacrugator. I wonder if that's suffering. Nothing here jumps out as water throne, so it could be anything. -0 says back on summer schedule, only for Dominion so far. A couple more weeks before we're back on full summer schedule, but I just don't work any more Fridays, so we're able to move it up a little bit. I think people like this time a little better. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a little easier if you live anywhere except for in my time zone. It's a little not quite as late, and that means we'll finish a little more reasonable time too, most likely. Okay, here, give me the PD. We're definitely attacking this. Script-wise, I think we did the sulfur too soon. Definitely that first one did not go off. So at 30, we couldn't reach it. We could do Flame Bolt at 45, or we could do a Flare. Flares are very expensive. I don't think we're going to do that. We'll do Flame Bolt, then we'll do a couple Sulfur Hazes. This is danger close, but we'll see. I think that's fine. We are recruiting. Give me another scout. Normal bowman, I don't really care for. Yeah, I think that's just it. Yeah, we can't even spend that. What a great event. What a great event. 250% of my 578. Cha-ching. Morning Babble says Lunatic. Well, good morning, Lunatic. All right, enchant 1 is done. Excellent. I do think we're going to stick to plan. We found a site. We found a sky split. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. That says Alquills to me. And that says early Alquills to me. You're going to head down that way. You patrolled things away. All right, I'm going to extra PD this because the PD A is crap, and B, I don't want them coming up. I don't think we're going to stop. Oh, you got a chest wound. What the heck happened there? John Bet says, hello all. Should have checked for time. Oh, you didn't miss too much, John. Just horrible expansion, you know, the Babel standard. Come on, land, land. Oh, we hit something. You love to see it. Okay, kind of a bad sulfur. Come on, buddy. Land a good one. Yeah, that one was okay. Now he's gonna do flame burst. That's fine. Yeah, look at that. Those danger close spells are so much better. So much better. Like little shotguns. Yeah, you want some of this, buddy? Yeah, you didn't want any of this. Beautiful. Slice says, just got off the phone with my wife. She's being transported to University of M from Traverse City. This is good news. Hopefully they're getting ready for her transplant. That's amazing, man. I'm so happy for you. I hope everything goes really well. I know that's been a bit of a saga. Speedy recovery. Okay, this went really well. I'm very happy with how this went. Excellent. There's something to be said. I mean, Fire Snake isn't the best god. Let's not fool ourselves here, right? But he's not terrible either. All right, Olm. You got a bless Olm? Do you have a bless? No, you're just chilling. All right. I'm gonna put my money on the trolls. I think trolls should be able to kill knights. Come on, boys. You can do it. Unleash your troll powers. You love to see it. You love to see. No, you cowards! You could have won that. Oh, that was a throne. Interesting. Okay. So I have Ulm on my north and south border. I don't love that. Unexpected event. A magic site found. We found a sky split oak. Cool. Nice. Now we have 3 air income. Worldwide event. Extra cold. That's whatever. We killed 30 brigands. Excellent. Shipwreckers have been bought. All right, shipwreckers. One of the things that makes them so good is their leader's actually sacred. So he can actually take advantage of your bless, which for us, it's kind of whatever. Lightning resistance and some extra morale, but the extra morale is fine. I mean, that gives these guys like 18. They're not going anywhere. And then stay behind troops. Attack. Closest. All right. Into the sea. Building palisade. We built the lab. Oh, in this case, yeah, we didn't have a mage here. Never mind. My previous talk about that. Build our temple. Same diff. Okay, here. Do we have enough guys that I think we could do something? All right, now, one downside to doing the spread out is it's much harder to bless. So I'm actually going to set him up on 3 blesses, and then I'm going to tell him to stay behind troops. Hopefully he'll do some more blessing on his own. These guys are going to hold and fire closest. And I do think these are probably good enough to do some light expanding. So we'll go to that one. And we're probably going to need 2 turns. So I'm going to start with this. We're going to set ourselves up the same way. Yes, that's looking much healthier. Okay, these guys, what are we doing here? This has a lot of illusions. That kind of spooks me. 130 units. You know, if I brought these guys over here, I might be able to do that. Combining this and that. And we have an extra mage here. I wish I had kept a scout nearby and I could have pinged that. Oops, definitely do not want to intern. We could take that with these guys. Yeah, so we had candles spill here. One of them spilled over, and then one of his candles came up and knocked mine down. That's interesting. It's still going to be winter, so I don't think this is... I'm going to go for it. I think we can take this throne. And this would be a good location for another fort. I think we're going to do that. I think the opportunity's there. You're fully set up. How many turns do you have left? One turn, and then we'll have a second recruitment center. I'm just dying for more recruits. Okay, there's Midgard. I think get on that way. Okay, you are heading that way. You... We'll sit there. I think you can chill here. Some more scouting going on. Yeah, give me more of that direction. Give me another one. Okay, it's usually a bad sign when I'm happy, so something horrific's probably going to happen, but I think we can take this. I always underestimate the trolls. Dude, they just hit so bloody hard. Couldn't make it through without Battlefield Overwatch. Well, thank you, man. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad it helps take your mind off of things. Okay, battle in Goodwater. All right, come on, shipwreckers. Live up to your name. Wreck some ships. Yeah, get out of here. The weak little merman. Nobody likes you. I'm very tempted to try to take this, but I think it's probably better that we focus on getting the water stuff. Doesn't matter what this is, I'm getting it, so... it's aquatic. I hate aquatic so much. Alright, Coral Spear and Naked, Coral Spear and a Shield. Or we get the stabby guys. Honestly, I like stabby guys. Yeah, let's get the Triton Guard. We got to get at least a little bit of a front line. We are taking this. It doesn't matter how many mermen have to throw their lives away. We are taking this. Ulm can't get underwater very easily. Midgard, I don't think can. Patala could. I don't know if the AI will be able to do it. What else do we have? Utgard cannot do it particularly easy. Agartha can, but they're not near the water. Okay. So if I take that, it's pretty safe. Lucifel says, hey, Babel, been playing catch up on some of the older streams, and now I'm in 24.4 hours of Tale of Immortals, a game I never heard of, so thank you. Well, you're welcome, man. I have a love-hate relationship with that game. It's very fun, but it kind of encourages you to build a very certain way, which I wish there was a little bit more freedom in. And my annoyance of the untranslated bits. It's a lot better now. By the time that playthrough ends, most of the stuff is translated, but it's a big pet peeve of mine, and Chinese devs are the most guilty of this, where they'll say the game is translated, but then they'll patch in new content that is untranslated, and it'll take them weeks to get it translated. So it really annoys me, but I do love the game on the other hand too. It's very unique. Boss Can says, keep it up, Babel, keep the minions alive. Well, thank you, man. The goal is to do a pregame and a stream for every nation, and we're 2/3 of the way there. Is Vanarus considered a successor of Helheim by the community? Trying to plan ahead for when I finish my Helheim game. Of Helheim, Vanarus? I don't have it here to pull up. I think Vanarus comes more off of... Well, no, that's Bogarus. Somebody answer that in chat for me. Streamer brain. Okay, that was Goodwater. Coast Haven. I don't think I care what the monkeys are doing. They're doing elephant expansion. Okay, I care a little bit. What are you guys doing? They're flanking with some elephants. Died to the heavy cav, and the other ones got into the crossbows. And then they retreated and killed. Yep. That's amazing. Like Bodrun Wild. This is our fight, of course. Now that we have those crossbows, we're a lot more killy than we were with that lighter infantry before. Okay, an okay sulfur hit there. What you really want is you want your sulfur hit when they're like engaged, so they stand in it and they just huff that sulfur every turn. He started early, rats. Yep, I posted, sorry. No matter how many times I post, how many times I notify on Discord, time changes are always bad. So my plan moving forward is this is probably our new time. I may push it back an hour, but it seems like people like this time based on there being 73 people here. So this will probably be our summer stream time for Dominions. It's just such a friendlier time. I'd love to stream earlier, but when I'm working, I literally just don't get home that early. I'm not off until 4:30. I still have to get home, get something to eat, you know. So it is what it is. All right, excellent, excellent. What were our losses there? Nothing again. Yeah, you can see the difference in the quality of those troops. All right, we're doing it, boys. We're doing it. A year 1 throne. Okay, so blessing, blessing, blessing. No, my friend. All you need to do is spam warrior illusions, and then you can cast spells. Actually, you could stay behind troops. I want him to have the option of crossbowing also. I'm going to do the same. I'm trying to leave a little gap here. We'll see if it works. I want the warrior illusions to be able to trickle out. We'll see if that actually happens. We'll put God right behind them. I still think we're maybe sulfur hazing too soon. Let's add another one, and then we'll sulfur haze. Oh, actually, hang on a second. We actually finished our research. So air shield, and then I want true shot. True shot, AoE 1, gives 5 extra precision. He should hit himself with this. He may be tempted to buff the crossbows. We shall see. Also, don't I have... Yeah, you need to come into this fight too. All right, you are going to air shield yourself, and then you are going to spam true shot and cast spells. His main goal is just to buff our crossbowmen. Actually, if I do this... Air shield is not personal, correct? I think air shield's AoE 1. No, air shield is personal. I don't have the bigger one. Okay. I was thinking I could double up and he could help, but I cannot. So he's going to air shield himself, and then he's going to spam true shot to hopefully buff up all of our crossbowmen. Or our archers, either or. You're spamming warrior illusions, you're spamming warrior illusions, divine blessing, some sermons of courage, and then just stay behind troops. We didn't see crossbows, right? No. I think we win this. I can't imagine we lose, right? Famous last Babel words, I know, but I can't imagine we lose that. I'm gonna pump that a little more. I want to really discourage this AI from trying to come up that way. All right, here we're gonna need some leadership. Once we're done with indies, I may switch over to the heavier defenders. But for these indies, like you see, they're not even making it to our front line. Oops. So these lighter guys, I can just get so many more of them that I think it's worth my time. All right, here, excellent. Build me level 2 fort. All right, we have fortification. We have a laboratory. We now have our recruits. I wouldn't mind getting a bishop out. Yeah, let's grab a bishop. He can do some preaching. He also is better at just getting our blessing going. And now I don't actually want more crossbowmen. What I want is our tower guards. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It'll take us a few turns, but we're going to start being able to pump out more units from here. All right, you can search. All right, I think I am going to get out and do some more site searching. I'm going to do you guys. Do I want to do the fire? Our god seems really busy. I think I am going to do the fire search too. So we're going to send out all 3. I may come back around and search again with God. I may not, but we're not getting it done, so I need to go get it done. Midgard. All right, what a busy turn. All right, so this is turn 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay, we almost made it. I do have a year 1 fort done though. So I'll trade a province or 2 for that. We may also be getting a throne here. No, we will get this throne here. Elephants fear snakes. Only the monkey slaves died. Yeah, I love doing Successor Nation games. When I was playing the Dominions 5 multiplayer heavily, what we would generally doing was everyone would pick their EA nation, and then you were kind of expected, if there was a successor nation, to play one of the successor nations. So you'd kind of like play through the line. Hence why I played Yomi, Shinyuama, and Yeoman in one of those runs. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I really enjoyed playing that way. All right, we are going to take a throne. This is going to happen. It's gonna happen. I'm a fan of the Tuatha and Colossi. Yeah, I like the Colossi too. I think they're really cool. I'd love to see late age Machaca where it's like Colossi and Return of Lion. We talked about that last week. All right, we searched Battle in Black Gorge. This is not the throne. All right, can we take Under the Seas? I got some water trolls. They had some water trolls. They're trying to water elemental me. Get out of here with that. Weak. This is the shipwreckers. I don't want to spoil it. Let's see this. Okay, air shield goes up. In fact, let's slow this down here a little. All right, what do you actually have? We weren't able to ping this. Militia, nothing. This is a bit of a problem, but I think our magic will take care of it, especially if they get sulfur hazed. These only have 1 HP, so they'll die like instantaneously. Actually, no, they won't because they're poison resist. Does the magic override that for sulfur haze? I don't know. If it does, they'll insta die. If it's pure poison, they won't die. We have 2 mages. You could be pretty gross. You're pretty garbage. Okay. I think we're fine. Okay, my attempt to leave a gap did not work. Also, hang on a second. Why am I not? I'm not getting my sound. Hopefully you guys are getting yours okay. What's going on here? Give me my sound, please. There we go. Okay, you guys should be getting game sounds. Okay, come on. Yeah, lay into the human troops with the crossbows. Forget about the illusions. I love my 1 illusion out front. He's got this. Yeah, hold him still. Okay, round 3. We're still on script. Okay, true shots just being buffed out like crazy. Also, I've lost my mouse. There we go. So like these guys, precision 17 with true shot on. That's amazing. All right, now here's where it gets annoying. We're going to struggle to hit these guys. They are ethereal, so 75% chance that we just don't do anything. If we hit them, they die, but we actually have to hit. This is where some nice flame blasting, there it is. There it is exactly what we need. What she got? Trickling in some illusions, trickling in some undead. That ain't no thing. This is the situation where spreading out your wardens is really good. So like this is an example. If I had magic weapons, we'd have a magic weapon in every square, which is exactly what you would use to counter this or just any ethereal. We don't have that on this bless, but that's the theory at least. Lightning bolt, okay, that's fine. The nice thing about this also is we're not doing the mosh pit in the middle like you end up with a lot of melee. We're standing on the sides shooting our crossbows. They'll run out of ammo first and then they'll charge in. Whereas when we free up the middle, they'll continue firing their crossbow because they've been saving ammo. So it works out quite nice. Shockwave, cool. Remember, our sacreds do have some lightning resist. Yeah, we just blapped one of our guys right here. But our sacreds have that 5 shock resist, so helps them out a little bit. I think we're going to be just fine here. We basically friendly fired a couple troops, and that's about it. We have a ton of our own warrior illusions that are stuck. So that was a little bit of a problem with my positioning of those two front lines. Okay, he literally killed himself with that shockwave. Just for those of you keeping track at home. Good job, mage. Good job. Wow. Much lightning. Excellent. Fire Blast is really doing work for us here. Has Illwinter pushed out a new nation since you started? No, they haven't. Oh, well, yes, they have. They came out with some of the Pyrrhine nations. At least the late age one, maybe the middle age one have come out since the game started. But no, I know, I've been waiting for that because I'm like, oh baby, I'm gonna cover a new nation. People are gonna be so excited, and then literally nothing. They just did a Conquest of Elysium update though, and I think they just ping pong between the two. So we should be due something relatively soon. Okay, here's the bad part about longbowmen. They've run out of ammo first, and now they've gone into melee, which is what we don't want. This is the downside to having longbowmen with your army, and why I end up getting a lot of attrition with them. I really wish there was an order we could give them that was like, fire and wait. Don't run in with your stupid daggers. Because we should have lost 0 longbowmen, and we're probably going to lose a couple. Mage just needed to make a hole for the illusions. Well, apparently he made a hole for our freaking longbowmen. So he lost the mage who killed himself after 24 kills and boosting a lot of our range people. 6 tower guards, a lot of that was to friendly fire. And we did lose a warden. I'm guessing that was also from friendly fire, and I just didn't catch it. Little annoyed at that one. But that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That wasn't the easiest throne either. Not the worst, for sure, but not the easiest. The Throne of the Moon. It's a tier 2. We got growth, and blessed troops get 3 precision. Well, I now have like laser scopes on my crossbows on the wardens. So when I buff my wardens, they're going to have 20 precision now. That's ridiculous. That's pretty ridiculous. And some okay gems. That's nothing I'm excited about. All right, I'm going to drop PD. I'm going to recruit a guy to lead the fort. I'm going to search. I'm going to claim. I'm going to search. I'm going to start a palisade. Well, cha-ching. Okay, Tier 2. Almost certainly a tier 3. That's 5 points right out the gate. I think we said this was a tier 1, so that's 6. Do we know what that is? We don't yet. Fine. We also could get a magister to go spy and figure out what those thrones are exactly. But I'm kind of needing the research at the moment. So I don't think we're going to do that yet. Okay, we've site searched. Okay, you are done. You can lead troops from here. You're going to have to spam... No, you don't need to spam blessing because we don't have troops for that. So a blessing. And then I think you're going to spam warrior illusions and then stay behind troops. We also have a second place that is recruiting more crossbowmen. No, hold and fire closest. Hold and fire archers. Over here we have some more, but until I get the front line, he's not going to go anywhere. I think I'm going to have him research. I don't really need him patrolling, per se. Okay, you've got that taken care of. Head that way. There's a battle in Man. A gelatinous cube. While exploring a dungeon in the mountains, one of your servants was attacked by a gelatinous cube. Okay. That's not good. That's really not good. Oh no. As I walk through the dark snow, I stumble upon the cube. I'm putting my money on the cube. I'm putting a lot of money on the cube. Especially because I don't think he has anything he can do. Okay, Starfires, 2 damage. There's always room for Jello, right? Someone tell him to finish the snake script. I'm not ignoring you, Meow Meow. I just didn't have any comment on there. What's wrong with my snake script? Well, that sucked. Battle. Okay, there's Patola. I would love those two to go to war with each other. True. No, I purposely didn't put anything there. Sometimes I'm okay with just letting the AI decide what's best for themselves, like in that case. It just depends on the circumstances. Okay, you, another really big one. This, okay, another net or a king. So this is another tier 3. We are not set up for a tier 3 here. We don't know what's over here. Would you run over to that one? All right, you guys are all busy this turn. Yeah, I don't even want those guys. They're just going to die and cause me to rout. Very sad we lost that Magister. That's rather annoying, actually. Get me another one. Get me one of those. 2, bump, 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 bump. Like I said, not my favorite thing to do, but I do feel like it is worthwhile here. Cool. All right, so site searching. We still have not found any fire, so I'm a little disappointed about that so far. Apparently, I also do not have my #1 script saved yet. Hold, stay behind troops. The old classic. All right, what do we got on this throne? 30 enemies? Actually, delete to get rid of what you're recruiting. I don't even know if I'm going to need that. I'll take you, and I'll take some shamblers, sure. We need to repay these guys. All my money. We may lose these guys, but it is what it is. Either way, we're going to attack the throne. There's got to be some like water mages or something I'm not seeing. Some hidden krakens or something. Because that's weird. That's really weird. That also means I don't have a way to get underwater at the moment. I guess we're going to end up having to empower somebody in water. So I'm 99% sure that we don't have any chance of water. I don't think that's one of our... Yeah. Yeah. A little bit annoying there. Our god can't go under... Okay, people were asking about script. So hold and fire closest, hold and fire archers, hold and fire closest. When they run out of ammo, even if they're on archery stuff, they run into melee. That's just how the script works. Nothing you can do will stop that. Air mages, that is true. Forge. All. I gotta remember. No, not you. That's water. Air breathing items. Give me air. Aiming, missile protection, amulet of breathing, air 2. So we can totally do this. All right, yeah. We could give this to our god or our prophet. All right, so that is going to be at lesser, which we do have queued. Our research is just complete garbo. All right, you go chill there. All right, turn 12. Let's see how we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey! Wow, Babel have a Babel acceptable levels of expansion. And we have a fort up and a second one started and a tier 2 throne. I'm actually going to say that's okay. You sure the fire snake can go underwater? Yeah. 99% sure. Yeah. Don't call it a comeback. That's right. That's right. That was a comeback for expansion. Respect. I don't think his fire shield will work under there, but he doesn't have to fight. He just has to claim. I think that's it for the turn. All right. Not terrible. We claimed our Throne of the Moon. We found a canyon with some earth. Okay, not the fire I was hoping for, though. Not the fire I was hoping for. All right, do we need everyone to continue? And the answer is no. So we're going to combine up. You are going to head home. You are going to construct... You are going to construct the fort. Actually, don't head home. Instead, I'm going to have you build the temple. PD is in. PD. Promised Land. What was this? Me just getting caught? Okay, that's a little weird. All right. Nope, spoilers. Ace of Spades says, my first stream. Well, welcome in, Ace of Spades. Glad to have you. All right, so apparently with spoilers, we already know we take this. Is this literally just it? Just one of the exceedingly wussy water thrones? Why is it the games where, like, I can struggle bust my way underwater and it's like, oh, there's 20 Mind Lords and 20 Hydromancers? Wow. Okay. I mean, I won't say no. And we did end up losing Shipwreckers, so good timing. I'm even going to go to 31. I really cannot afford to come back down here. What can we recruit? Amphibious. Now that I'm way more interested in. These guys actually might have some value somewhere else. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible at all. That is a tier 1, which we kind of knew. Morale, whatever. PD conscription, it's fine. But it's still another point. Okay, my plan over here, I'm going to try to take land around us so that this fort's really good. This also bottles up... oh, no, this is a different cave. Oh, okay, so these are his 2 exits. Ooh. We're not the best underground. Like, let's be honest. But I might struggle bust that. That would be so incredibly safe. A cheeky throne indeed, Pale King. A cheeky throne indeed. I like it. Man, somehow getting a water throne and an underground throne would be epic. It would be absolutely epic. Okay, I'm feeling like we're doing pretty well. All right, we did get this guy. All right, head over here. Probably enough that we can head out. Give me everybody. I need to go. Hold on. Let's go. Actually, no, I don't want that script. Change my mind. Where can you get to? All the way over there. Can you do the same? You sure can. All right. I need you to help with the blessing. Just do 1. Yeah, his warrior illusion are going to get stuck anyways. That's kind of a moot point. Okay, do 2, and then you can stay behind and do whatever you want. You do 2 of those, and then I'm going to let you do whatever you want to. The reason being, I'm not really having problems with morale. I mean, these guys have 16, but if he feels like he needs to buff it, I'll let him. And a nice chunky line here. And I'm going to make them walk all the way over to me. Stay behind troops and spells. We're going to go try to take this out. We're going to hold and fire closest. Actually, maybe I grab these first. Let's change of plans that. Yeah. All right, you can preach for 1 turn. I want to grab these and build my northern border, and I might be able to get close enough that we can think about this. And then I can also bring these... Yeah, we might actually be able to do another throne. Mamma mia. Wow. Okay, I was kind of expecting tonight to be a difficult one, but it is not appearing that that is going to be the case. All right, spam them out. Easy peasy. Footmen wouldn't be terrible, but amount of money. Search squad, keep going. Man, what a terrible, what terrible pathing. We got an Air 3 guy. Already searched that one. We haven't searched there. He also brings in the Earth. All right, I'm going to do it. I really want some gym income, and we're just not getting it. $130. Yeah, we could totally take this. This is 100% doable. That's another tier 1 almost certainly, but 2, 3, 4. Even if this is a tier 1, that'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 7, 8. Yeah, we got plenty of thrones. Holy moly. I thought this was going to be a painful map, but this is actually pretty good. I hope they spread the cave. Yeah, dude, that's one of my few lingering complaints about the random map generator. Like, this one's a little bit better, but why are they next to each other? Why don't we have one cave here and one cave over here? And I'm more annoyed when we do the underground donut or the one underground, you should have entrances spaced out all over the surface, just like you have start positions spaced out. They should not be clustered, or make that a setting where I can say it. Because I love the cave layer, but this annoys the crap out of me. Like, really badly. Does anyone know if solar weapons work with poison? What do you mean work with poison? Will the secondary attack also be able to trigger poison? It would be no. Those would be normal attack, and then off your normal attack, you'd get solar, and you would get your poison separately. But yes, they would both work if you hit with it. You just wouldn't get to, like, double trigger or anything. There's another annoyance. I really want to make a poison blessing, but everyone I want to use it on needs growth. So it's very weird to me that we require death to be able to get poison on a weapon. Because even like somebody like Asphodel, who I'd love to do a poison bless just for thematics, you need growth. Like, you're never going to take death. I don't know. That's just weird to me. Pangea? I guess, but Pangea likes growth a lot. Your vine spells scale off of it. If you do blood hunting, it scales off of it. Money scales off of it, which you need because you have crappy forts. Satis? I guess Satis could do it. But Serpent Dancers already do poison. In Middle Age, you have big, heavy hits that probably kill things, so they don't live to get poisoned. Late Age, I guess? But Late Age has its own bless that is infinitely better. Middle Age Ermor? Yeah, maybe. Maybe Ermor. Why are you taking Nature on Ermor, though? Or just for the poison? If you finish early, you can do a second run. I think you mean I can save my voice so I can actually do some more content. I'm usually limited by how long I can keep talking. And unfortunately, Dominions is one of the ones that the devs did not license the music properly. So the composer claims all the music. So I can't run the game soundtrack. I personally find it disrespectful to play a different game soundtrack. Why should Dominions get to benefit from that when they didn't do it properly? And weirdly enough, YouTube has free music I can use, but if you read the fine print, it's only for videos, not for live streaming. Again, why? I have no idea. So I'm down to having to pay for a streaming music stream service, which I'm just not quite ready to do. If I was going like full-time creator, I probably would get like Endemic Sound or something. So what that means is I have to talk constantly, so I don't have dead air. You'll notice in other games when we have music, I'm a little more comfortable having quiet moments, but I just don't feel comfortable doing it here. So it's a lot harder on my voice than it is playing something like Clair Obscure, for example. Having a god more active in battles per week. Oh yeah. I mean, some of it's just my play style. I tend to play very conservatively with my gods. Oh, we don't like that. Okay, that was just him being discovered. That's okay. And I actually kind of like this guy. He's doing just fine. I didn't really do a lot of this in my test game. I didn't need him. My test games had just easier maps. So he was doing more site searching, but this is fine. And, you know, with Air Shield and Ethereal, he's not likely to die too bad to crossbows. Although a player would fire at large enemy monsters. He is size 9, so they would probably crossbow him to death. Oh, right, Trogs. We can do it. We can do it. Fire large enemy monsters. Troll that down for me. You're building the palisades. You're building a lab. All right, now we do not have the ability to make underground or underwater forts, unfortunately. So I'm not going to be able to do that. I think what we're going to do here is... I think you might actually go grab these guys. You are going to patrol and you are going to patrol. And you're going to take those. These guys can actually go on the surface, so they're what I'm going to recruit. But for now, they're just going to patrol it. Please, please, please. Please, please, please kill these guys. Please, please, please. In fact, I'm debating turning on more aims, but maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, this is so cheeky. This is so cheeky. I love it. Okay. You two grab those. Head over here. Down. Hold and fire. I think we're going to do closest again. Okay, closest, closest, closest. Yeah, I'm going to make them run all the way to me through all the crossbows. All right, and you're going to do blessing stuff. I'm going to have you do blessing stuff too. Now we have better coverage. Okay, now let's go take that. You're not going to stop. I don't think I want another bishop. I could use another magister. Not on repeat, though. Pick these up too. Line formation. Hold and fire closest. All right, and set ourselves up here again. I really should get this where I have it on auto repeat, so I don't have to keep doing this. All right, let's do that. Then here, I do need to start getting up an actual mage corps. I've been going for cheapos. We should probably actually get the good stuff. We're going to do that. Get them rolling. Our research is really bad at 54. That is not cutting it. What are we working on? We'll have Fireball next turn. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. You're moving out to search. Yeah, don't even bother. You patrolled that down. Mr. Scout. Oh, you retreated from down below. Excellent. Excellent. Head over there. I think that's it. Oh, here. Okay, no regrets, right? No regrets. 30 trogs. We can totally kill 30 trogs. In fact, give me maximum shot time. Maybe you give a couple more true shots. He's ethereal, so it's unlikely they're going to be able to step on him. This could go horrifically wrong. This could go horrifically wrong. And I'm actually going to switch you to spells. I don't even want you going anywhere near the front. You're spamming Warrior Illusion. I think that is still the best thing I have for him. Sleep Ray could work. Yeah, let's just stick with what we know. All right, search. I'm too poor to do this turn. I'm also going to need to send a Magister over here because I'm going to need Mason at some point. Maybe we just run up there right now while I'm thinking about it. I think you're just going to chill. Yeah, I think that's... Oh, no, wait a minute. Okay, so tier 3, tier 3, tier 3. And a Nuki of the Morning Star, a Netter of Kings, and a Netter of Kings. Okay, I mean, that's fine. That's a couple weeks in a row that we keep ending up with all the tier 3 thrones. Okay, something bounced off? It bounced off the heavy cav. Cool. Oh, my dear Olm, how far you have fallen. That's all I gotta say about that. Good old reliable Kevin. Foul vapors on Ermor would be pretty impressive. Yeah, yep, it would be. Alfred says, finally made it. How's the stream going? Good evening, everyone. Surprisingly well. We actually hit the 12 provinces in 12 months. We've got an early fort going up. We've got an underwater throne. We have a tier 2 throne. We're going to go underground. Suspiciously well is how it's going. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Research and evocations done. That's Fireball. In addition, anything else? Not really at the moment. Magic Duel's opened up for us if we want it. Yeah, that's really, I guess, Stormwind. Vaguely there. Search sites. Keep moving. Smother Dark. Sounds like you just jinxed a war declaration from every neighbor. That's how it usually goes. All right, how bad are we under here? Precision 9's actually not bad. That's actually not too bad. And 13 on the wardens, even though they're blind. And we're getting that -3 for darkness. That's fine. All right, land some shots, boys. Land some shots. This could go great. This could go horrific. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Crossbows are oppressive. I love it. Yeah, you should definitely waste time trying to trample those illusions. All right. I don't think we're going to get another volley off before they make line, though. That's not good. Okay, get them, boys. Get them. We need to come out of this without losing too many guys if we're going to have a chance at the throne down here. Okay, I think that was a lot of friendly fire there, Mr. Snaky. We lost maybe a third of our line there. Alright, well, we lost 21, 7 wardens, 13 tower guards. That wasn't stellar. That wasn't stellar. I'm going to go high. Okay, Zots. I feel like we can do Zots. 2 and 2. Guard and guard. They're gonna fly on me anyways. Let's also guard God. And let's tighten this up. Hold and fire enemy flyers. Hold and fire closest is fine. Alright, this has to be a tier 1 or we're not going to be able to do it. We could rebid on shipwreckers, but hold on. We needed to start a fort. I was out of money last turn. Before I forget that. Also, we have another fight. That throne is countering being blind? Yes, it is. Only for the wardens, though. Not the rest of them. Why did those Throgs hold so long? They are very brave Trogs. Underground and trample, yep. That went probably as well as we could have hoped. I was very hopeful after that first volley that we were going to wipe out like half of them before they got to the line. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. Yeah, look at this just oppressive levels of fire. Yep, you guys should totally fight all those illusions. That's a good plan. Are you building a... Okay, you better not be building a fort there. Alright, I'm gonna combine those. I'm gonna combine that. And not much else for it. Just do what you guys do. I think we're actually gonna have this group go for the throne too. Just getting all the thrones. Ooh, cha-ching. You are kind of nice. Why don't you do a search while you're here? And I sent this guy here for a reason. Oh, he was going to build the next level, right. He can research for now. You guys are moving up. I've got this set up now, so I don't have to keep fiddling with it. You're going to site search. Basically done here. Why don't you patrol? We don't have anything I want. Give me a couple more scouts. Unrest 14 is being patrolled. 21 PD. Hopefully we don't have anything pop up here. Oh, this is going to be so cheeky if I get this. I love it. Okay. Hop in here. Attack closest. These guys are not stellar, but it's something I can recruit that's amphibious. Maybe we can grab this. Maybe we can threaten some things over here if we have to. Research-wise, 69. Nice. We're heading for enchant 3. 2 gets me ignite arrows. 3 gets me... not much, actually. Okay, I think we're just going to go 2. Then we're going to do our construction so I can get alquils. Then we'll go back. A lot of microing that, but our starting with no research and being very slow has not done us any favors for our magic this game. All right, you can go chill here. Ulm is looking like a decent target. They have multiple thrones that they're near. They have one that they've taken. They still haven't claimed it. Shipwreckers are absolute goat. Yes, they are. They got us that underwater throne. Okay, throne. I don't know who that is. I can't imagine we lose this. This is our better army at the moment, weirdly enough. Yep, get out of here. Yep. Perfect. Just oppressive levels of fire. It's like we have suppression. This is looking mighty meager. This is looking mighty meager. Okay, get out of here. Depending on what this throne is, this may not work. Let's speed this up. This is gonna take a while. All right, we ran out of ammo. Nope, we just got closer. Okay. Rain of arrows and half their army dies. Yep. Just wait until we have fire arrows. Then it's really gonna kick off. All right, cool. 100 enemies. Bakumono show heavy infantry ko-onis. I think we can do that. Stingers. I'll tell you what. Let's take one turn. Let's take one turn here. And I'm going to try to recruit some mercs. Just so we have some fodder in front of us. 425. Something about the same. Hybrid troops are so good. Yes. I like them because they hold still for buffs really well. They also help not let things leak by. All right, we'll do that. And then we'll try this. Hopefully we'll win one of those mercs at least. I just need some extra bodies. I'm a little sketch on how thin that line is. Okay, Agartha did make it to the surface. That's unfortunate, but not unexpected. Palisades coming up. Agartha would be the annoying one to attack me, and you just know it's going to be them. Okay, you searched. Keep going. Cool. I mean, there's no reason to stop, right? We're going to go for that throne too. All right, assuming that's a tier 1 underground. We've got a 2, that's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's literally any other throne. I mean, another tier 3. Did he finally claim that? No. Agartha has the lower throne. That's this one. Okay, lower throne is a tier 1. I don't love fighting underground. We're not particularly great at it. So unless they force me in war, I'm not interested in their throne, really. What happened here? Some sea dogs attacked us. All right, that's fine. Research. Or you could go site searching. And you actually, yeah. You have already site searched here. Treat. Go there. We don't need... You can now start researching. You can research. You can research. So just the fire guy and him are going to continue on. And I need to search fire here before we leave, so you can do a turn of research. Wait there. Whoops. Not terrible. Not terrible. 203 gold left. Couple more turns of merfolk. Well, let's roll it. Well, not only are they good armor, they also have good shields. So if the enemy does target archers, it shoots your shielded, heavily armored guys and keeps your actual ranged units safe. So it's like a double whammy. All right, enchant 2 is finished. We're working our way through construction. Assuming... all kinds of misclicks there. Assuming we get through that, I think we're going to go for the conjuration stuff. Search for magic sites, did not find. We have, I think we already knew about the slave market, so we get some blood income. Not the best thing ever, but we actually have a blood hero, so it could happen. And it looks like we did get the mercs that we wanted. Excellent. All right, hold an attack closest. Hold an attack closest. Stay behind. Stay behind. In fact, let's go even further back. Fire closest. Okay, what do you have? All right, the Onis. Shouldn't be any flyers there, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. So, closest again. I don't... yeah, let's do a little bit of true shotting. No. Air shield. And then I'm going to have him spam out some ignite arrows. I don't think all of these things are immune to fire, so I think that's going to be fine. Axe says, wait, so you conquered the sea and the land and the caves? That's right. Manpower. Are the siege dogs just an event or a spell? I get attacked by them so much. It's an event. I think there is some sort of remote spell that can trigger that, but it's mostly just an event for coastal places. Make sure they add a sky layer. Ooh. That would be nice. Babel coming up in the world. Several virgins are dedicating themselves to him every month. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. Okay, first level of fort is done. I'd immediately like to continue that. And of course, we're going to turn on... I kind of want the better guys here. Reason being, Castle Defense 1, Castle Defense 2. These guys, if I get attacked by Agartha, will make it hell for him to actually siege me down. So we're going to start in on that. I'm going to need one of these guys to actually build the fort, so I'm going to nab him quick. Moving in there. Okay, let's actually look at our fight here. I keep spoiling these, but I don't think it's a spoiler that we win with this giant army. Ha, joke's on you, Rain. I'm not using fire this fight. That's just crippling. Wow. Oh, nope, they didn't actually make it to the real line. The illusions held them off. The nice thing here is, normally it would annoy me that it's breaking up my formation, but it's actually kind of useful because it's letting my illusions make it through. Beautiful. Beautiful. What'd we lose? We lost 1 tower guard. The Throne of Stars. All right. Another tier 1. That's fine. I'm kind of tempted to just attack home. They've got to have another army somewhere, right? I mean, I guess I don't need to hurry. Alfred, start the palisade. I can't because I'm broke. Dang it, Alfred. All right. That's the case. Just chill here, Alfred. Yeah, we got the PD. All right, let's keep going. I think I want to grab the lands around this one way or the other. Okay, so 2 points unclaimed, 3, 4, probably 5. Although sometimes this is a little spicy, so maybe 6. Not bad either way. The machine gun sound effect. Dude, does anyone remember how loud elephants used to be in 5? Because like the sound would just stack on itself in volume. It was deafening. Absolutely deafening. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm gonna need, let's turn him off. I'm gonna need a leader here. We probably have enough. Yes, we totally have enough. Go. Elephants never forget, that's right. Volume for elephants. Construction 2 done. We're actually starting to get some research going to here too, which is appreciated. Okay. No whammies, win a cave battle. That's not a lot of dudes. What kind of mages you got? Garbage, a Rex, garbage. Okay. I think we're going to be fine. Few fire arrows going out. Now, you guys, I don't think have any resist. No, you don't. Now, unfortunately, these humans underground, yeah, complete garbage stats. So we're basically just using them to hold them still while we shoot the enemy. 3 attacks never gonna hit anything. Okay. I don't even know if we actually needed these guys, to be frank. That's fine, though. And light port? What do we get? Did some of them retreat? I can double check. Sometimes that happens if there's like a disease site and it kills off their leadership. Oh, that's spooky. Or, hear me out. When you have to charge the machine gun lines. Last charge of the winged hussars. All right, well, we just brutalized them, basically. What the heck happened here? It's got a whole rainbow. Sure, why not? All right, take that. You start building palisades. What are you doing there, Mr. Zweihander? Don't think I don't see you. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Start something, well, see how that works out for you. We'll take all of these in a line. We're going to do the same thing. It's way back here. Way back here. Do your blessings. Holding fire closest. I kind of want to go this direction because I don't like that. We're not at war, though. I could put in another citadel here. If they don't attack me randomly, he can come here. Kind of would like to come clean this up, and that puts us in threat range of that and that. I think that's what we're going to do. Do I want to bring some support with? And actually, before we go up Conjuration, let's get Body Ethereal, just on the off chance I need that. Still 0 fire income for those of you playing along at home. I think I am going to send a little mage support here. I'd like to go there. Yeah. Let's get ourselves Air Shield. And then we do some true shots. And then you can do whatever. Please don't blow yourself up again. That would be appreciated. Okay. Yep, you guys head that way. Okay, I'm a little short. A little short. All right, give me a Bakemono. Simon, claim that throne. It was the outer throne. It was a tier 2. Yeah, like I said, underground, they tend to be a little higher a lot of times, I think, or they look a little easier. Maybe that's on purpose so that if you're not an underground nation, you actually have a chance. I don't know. I don't think these guys are really going to get to do anything else. I could throw them into here, but I'd have to pay for them a second time. Both of them have tons of troops left. Go for it. Go for it. And we actually can shift all the troops up to him. So all 3 of them can start marching out. So we're going to search for fire. We're going to claim the throne. Put some PD on. I'm going to fort this, of course. 5. No. 4, 5, 6. We're at 6 at the moment. Okay, you're searching. Okay, building that fortress out. Looking good. Looking good. That poor dude, that casualty is unacceptable. Oh, that's right. Somebody asked, did some of them retreat before the battle started? Let's see. Nope. Nope. And I don't think we have a disease site there or anything. Let's double check. Nope. Doesn't look to be a disease site. I think it's just a weak throne for whatever reason. Very high unrest here. This guy is working his way over there. He's going to take care of that. The judge. Okay. Feeling good still. If we have to fight Agartha, we could fight Agartha. If I get my choice, I think I want to attack Ulm. That gets me 1 throne and next to another. We still don't know what this is, weirdly enough. But that would be plenty of points to win, because this is a tier 3. And, I mean, this would be painful, but the amount of crossbow fire we have will win sooner or later. Yeah, that's it. Do it. I just don't even know what to do here. We're just winning. This is unusual. Okay, construction 3 is done. Yeah, I'd immediately like you forge me Amulet of Water Breathing. We have to have one of those. And then you forge, I think we're just doing Alquils from there on. God can't wear clothes. He lets it all hang out, that giant fire snake. Eye of aiming could be pretty disgusting for a warden, but we just don't even need it. I think we just monthly alquill from that point on. We'll still be making a little bit of bank. Okay, and do that. Ooh, that looks pretty doable too. It'd be a little difficult to get there. Nope, never mind. I can come in this way if I have to. Okay, all kinds of things happening. We claimed the throne. We searched and didn't find. I'm getting mighty tired of that. White Harbor. I don't even know if we need to watch this. Well, what the heck. I enjoy the crossbows. Strategy, magic, armor, crossbows. Rock, paper, scissors, crossbow. Winning is for losers. I kind of want to summon all 4 dwarves as a Helheim game, but I need another Empower. Yeah. That's a cool spell in theory, and it's very unique, but I just never see myself actually pulling it off. Maybe in a really big multiplayer game, maybe, but the pathing is just so hard for most of those nations. Empower the God, probably the safest choice. Yeah, totally. Yep, and they didn't even make it to our lines yet again. You'll love to see it. Okay, Ulm is finally getting their cap circle done. You hate to see it. All right, go take that. You're building the palisade. Let's even up that 10 more. All right, from here, give me another bishop, actually. And we have not the expensive guys. I still want the cheapies over here. Yep. On the home front. Yeah, let's get another guy just to have one ready to go. You guys are expanding into that. Cool, you're searching. Okay, you've patrolled that down. Head down here. I'm going to need to patrol this because the slave market's going to make it bad, but I'm going to have him run over here and do this instead. This is more important to me. Build the palisade. I'm going to go 10 more. I don't really foresee myself doing a lot of recruiting down here, so I'm just going to leave that alone. All right, flying snake. Can totally make it over there. And do we need to rebid? We sure do. I'm not super into these guys at the moment. If we win them, we win them. If we don't, we don't. I would just like to get shipwreckers out of other people's hands. Sure. You're going to have to rush over there. In fact, you, Simon, I think it's time that you go back to the surface. Somebody's going to have to run underwater, and it's going to be you, so get your running shoes on, because it's going to take you a hot minute. If we went up to construction 5, I could make him flying boots, winged boots. I don't think that's in the cards, though. I think I want to get this other stuff. Having fire arrows for an actual war would be really big, even if I have to transmute the fire gems for it. And that's all my money. So expand. Expand. 4 months remaining. Ooh, he just took... Okay, these guys are at war with Ulm. Now, we're cool. Everyone's just apprehensive. Up that a little bit more. I don't want them to be interested in attacking me. Don't give the little people any ideas. Guys doing really badly? I think that Utgard's doing okay. Midgard does look like he's doing pretty bad. Patala, I didn't expect them to do stellar. Yeah, I think we just got a map with hard indies. I do agree, though. Agartha's definitely doing the best. All right, let's roll it. Hollow, the stealer of corpses, prince of horses, an unforgiving god, claimed the throne of Second Age. All right, who was that? Midgard has a horrific god, is what we just learned. Claimed the throne of Autumn. Huckmeister is a Ulm unit. In the name of Kyomihin, the Mountain Lord, keeper of Gardens of Delight, great master of Earth. Gardens of Delight. I don't know what that is. Astral or Glamour, maybe? And then Earth. Okay. We searched for magic sites and did not find. Makes me sad. Battle in Workurum. God. We've moved up to the fire lines. Like the British redcoats here. Fire when you see the whites of their eyes, men! Just shred. Nature glam could be. Yep. They actually did make it to the line. Good on them, I suppose. Didn't really matter, though. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. This place is relatively safe, so I'm not going to over PD it. Move up. Okay, attacking down the coast, just clearing out some more land. We need a French station. There's no gunpowder in Dominions, at least not base game. Plenty of people have modded it, though. Oof, boy, we just shred these guys, don't we? Cool. I do think that this is another spot for a fort. We'll grab a guy to do it. Continue on down the line. Excuse me. My guy retreated off of that, so he stopped building the fort. Apparently there was a heretic, and he chased me off the fort I was building. Well, that's annoying. A sectarian movement has emerged in the province. Their false prophet is preaching and gathering his flock. A sectarian... Okay, we got 2 of those. Alright, I am going to have to PD this higher to catch those. We did catch him there. That's going to be us killing them. Okay, next level is done. Build up to castle. Okay, we built the fish amulet. You can go back to research. Actually, I'm going to get a couple of these guys to try to catch up with him. Having a couple casters is a big power boost. Yeah, I think that's going to be the case. I'm going to not go with you yet. We'll let you have a couple more turns. You can research. That's fine. Shipwreckers were bought. Nice. Not in a good spot, though. All right, go that way. All right, weirdly enough, all of you guys, let's just finish this off. Try to keep people out of here. What's here? I don't really see much point coming up here. I'd rather come on back up here. We're going to have quite a while to march to our next fight. Okay, let's double check this, though. I'll tell you what, we'll even be a little cheeky and we'll put our illusion guy out front slightly. A bunch of ignite arrows. Yeah, it should be fine. Building that. You're going to patrol. Heading to the surface. You're heading to the surface. You're going to go patrol that. Cool. Okay, that's good to go. That's super annoying. Another bishop. You know what? Give me... These guys have Inquisitor. I'm going to grab a couple Inquisitors to push this back. It'll just be cheap and efficient. And you can head there. Site search. This is going way too well. I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. Obscuro, I don't want him. How is merc placement determined? It's the province that you have selected when you hit B to pay for them. You have to do it in a province that you own. If you had them recruited, as long as you win the bet, they will continue their orders. So they did. I won them and then they marched here. So can be good, can be annoying. Like at the beginning of the game, we had a weird situation where if I could get the mercs, I couldn't get them and have them do something useful in this direction. That's why I expanded over here with those mercs. So a little bit of a limitation there. Like it's hard to have them keep up with your army because they're going to be a turn behind. That's why I had to wait before that other throne too for a turn. All right. I think that's good. The shipwreckers just don't stop. Yep. Can't stop, won't stop. Okay. Enchantment done. We're up to 3 at the moment. Fire shield's not very useful. Farflight, not actually that useful. Arrow Western Wind's okay. Flight can be okay. Thunderward might be useful. We have Secret Arrow, so we can do some Secret Arrow shenanigans. Not much else here. Astral Shield can be all right. Gift of True Sight, maybe depending on who we end up fighting. Yeah, not a ton here. Not a ton here. All right, battle in Foam. Not that much. All right, you are going to continue on that way. Actually, I think you're going to take over here. All right, you guys go back up and have you guys join him. All right, here we are recruiting a guy who's going to build a fort. Yeah, you have the most population. What do we have here? A painted cave. All right, construct. Okay, good. They didn't take the province, so I didn't lose my progress. So that's something at least. And Mr. Scouty Scout. Go scout. Nothing I want to recruit here. Give me some more scouts. Search. Okay, you're both heading up to the surface. Okay, I don't think we need to watch that. We shot him down. We shot him down. I do want to watch the underground one. The builder got sniped. He retreated. He was a scout. Had that not been a scout, we would have been okay. Dark Side Cookie, only need about 17 to 20 PD to catch false prophets. I think it's based on your patrol strength of your PD. Going up to 31 gets me up to 3, I believe. And eventually they collect enough guys to get caught. Yeah, true. Seeking Arrow is super good versus those pesty commanders. So the XP from the XP system is worthless? Yeah, it doesn't do anything, Axe. It's not something I turned on, it's something YouTube just randomly turned on. They also explained what XP is, so there you go. The only benefit is having a fancy crown. Well, it is a very fancy crown, let's be fair. It's probably YouTube's attempt to incentivize people to fight over it with super chests. Yeah, that's what it's really for, Meow Meow. I don't think I have anybody who's competitive like that. But speaking of which, I guess while we're watching our fire arrows here, don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you're enjoying it. That helps me an absolute ton for YouTube to actually share out the video and try new audiences for a relatively niche game. If you're not subscribed, I don't know why you're watching a Dominion stream, but I hope this is the stream that has earned your subscription. I'd love to have you back, either here live or join in the comments of other videos. I read everything and I respond to about 99.9% of them. I love having dialogue with people, sharing tips and tricks and learning new stuff, etc., etc. And if you want to go above and beyond, you can always have a super chat here live. You can leave a super thanks on a VOD or consider becoming a member of the channel. As a member of the channel, you get early access to the videos I'm working on. Usually that means Dominion's pregame videos at the moment, but it varies depending on what I'm working on in the background. And your support is super duper helpful to me. It's how I can afford to justify buying these random games and exploring new things and showing them off. Just helps me justify the frankly ludicrous amount of time I spend on the YouTube channel. So thank you to all the channel supporters. Love having you guys in here. We're growing and building. We're growing and building. It's been a good month. My goal was 5,000 subs in November. We're probably gonna catch that before November now. It was getting to the point where I was kind of worried we weren't gonna make the goal, but House of Legacy exploded and pushed us to the point that we're probably gonna make it. What number of profit are we on? Profit number 1, Xerxes. Just FYI, this is probably the new time. We're on summer time for stream now. Purple grape flavored comments. I do like grape flavor, and that is true. Too broke. That is totally fine, Ace. Don't worry about it. Okay, enchant done. We looked at that. Okay, random events. We got 10 defense. We lost 10 defense. Where was that at? On my throne. No. Children are disappearing. Well, that's not great. And especially not underground, because I don't want something to pop up here. We completed a construction. Let's continue. Oh, okay, so we're up to Citadel. Citadel is the standard for late age. If you are building standard constructions, that is it. 60 admin, 2 bonus commander points, 7,500 supplies, and 1,500 wall strength, and good amounts of defense. But because we have masons, we can actually go up to Grand Citadel. 1 more step higher. So there you go. All right, you guys you did your search. You're going to head up there to search. You came here, and we're going to do some preaching, but the candle came out. That's still fine. We can preach up to 2 without anything else here. All right, you 2 are my inquisitors. Have you zip over to here. Okay, we finished off the underground stuff. I don't really want to come up here. It just exposes me to another nation. I don't think that's of any benefit. So we're going to march for that. Have you do a search before you leave. So patrolling. You guys are fine. I could bid on Snake Charmer. I really don't care about Snake Charmer. Okay, that is more than enough. No more here, please. Double patrols with these guys. Do that and do that. Pulling attack closest. I think we're going to be just fine here. Maybe we even... so we don't have an oops. All right, that should be plenty. We got 31 defense and 2 groups of mermen. For some random kitchen soup unit to come down here and take that, probably not happening. Okay, let's do another count here. So 1, 2, underground is 3, 4, 5. This is a tier 3. That's going to give me 8. Do we know what this was? Throne of Autumn is 9, and then that would be at least 10 in victory. So I think if I'm given the choice, we're going to attack Ulm. I think that's the play. Alternatively, we could go for another tier 3 throne. This isn't horrific. Actually, saying that this isn't horrific, I have 2 large armies right here. Fire snakes, laymen. I think we can actually do that. Let's change up plans here. Would you guys site search, and would you guys come over here and you guys site search? We're going to take a pop at this. I can bring in some more magic from the capital. I think we can just clear that with what we've got. We just have so bloody many crossbows. Doing this would mean I don't need to come back here later. I really need to have those flying boots. Are those at 5 for construction? I'm almost certain it is. Forge, all, boots, air. Yeah, 5. Maybe we just suck it up. My god can fly. Definitely addicted to the fizz of pop and sparkling water. Yeah, I used to be a big Coke drinker. I gave that up quite a few years ago. But I do miss it from time to time. I do like sparkling water or one of the like flavored nothing in it waters just for some variety. I drink way too much coffee and way too much tea, but it just gets boring after a while. I used to drink both my coffee and my tea with sugar in it too. So I cut pop out, I cut sugar out of my drinks. I'm probably still alive because I did it, but it gets boring from time to time. Let me tell you. The V8 energy drinks, peach and mango. How could they? It was in his honor. Oh no. He got his degree revoked. All these crossbows, I'm getting flashbacks to Medieval War II. Yeah, well, man, this is what man is good at. So we are currently being able to take advantage of what we're good at. Against real people, they would start countering that, and we just wouldn't have the magic to help ourselves. Hey, we found some sites. Yes, we found some fire. Yes, yay, yay. Let's search here. Anyone doesn't know, cave forests actually have more magic site chance. So that's why I really wanted to search these before we left. You know what? I'm going to let these mercs go because I'm going to spend so many turns marching, it's not worth my time. What I won't let go is the shipwreckers. Never leave me, shipwreckers. I'm going to get a tattoo with a heart and an anchor, and it's going to say shipwreckers on it. I'm going to have them go try to take that throne. Legit. What is the fastest way to get to... I need to get to a lab so I can pick up my amulet so I can go over here and claim this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Build 2, 3. Okay, that would be faster. You know what? Let's get decadent. We're building a rando lab like I'm the AI. And you... I mean, if we're going to stand here anyways, build me a temple. Building the castle. Yup. Get a couple mages here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's getting chunky. All of you guys on him. And I don't even want to patrol. I want to research because I don't want these guys to get attacked outside. With their castle defense bonus, these guys are on... I could totally click it, I swear. Castle defense 1.6. That is crazy amounts of castle defense. Normal humans have 1 attack. So these guys are 1.5 humans per guy. So it's going to make it exceedingly slow to get in. And then when you do, they're going to stand in the doorway and shoot you with crossbows. Man is very good at defending forts. Okay, you head over there. You guys are site searching. You're building the palisade. Man, we got a lot of thrones to claim. We got a lot of thrones to claim. Okay. Let's take a swing at the king here. You're in. Where are we at? Okay, we don't have our alteration yet. Also, I've been recruiting too many of these guys. Let's turn that off. But that being said, they can still come in and fight. And I have not picked up thaumaturgy yet. That's a little bit of an oof. I should have done that. If I had thaumaturgy, we could do communions. We could set something up here, but I didn't, so we don't. All right. This is just going to be absolute massive amounts of crossbows. Yep, just like that. Okay, so we're going to do this. Actual crossbows can go there. Hold and fire closest. Hold and fire closest. Hold and fire large enemy monsters. I want to try to kill those fire snakes before they get too close. Hold and fire closest. Yep. All right. I don't think... Yeah, I don't have anything saved. That's Control S to see your saved spells. I just literally want this guy... I was going to say warrior... Actually, I need them not to do warrior illusions. We need to do some blessing. I have a lot of sacreds here and no one to get them blessed. We'll do 3, and then I'm going to tell you to cast spells. Yeah. And we'll make this a number 2. Number 2. All right. 1 on each flank. And I know we have more. You. Sure. You. Sure. You. Sure. Okay. Mages. I think we're basically going to have everyone kind of do the same thing. So they're going to air shield themselves. Yeah, we don't have the bigger stuff, unfortunately. So I think we're going to have them do, let's say, 3 true shots. Actually, you know what? 4 true shots. We have so many archers, and then you can cast whatever. It's going to be a number 4. Number 4. Yeah. Kind of a boring script here. When they go off script, they'll probably start doing lightning. We shall see. It's 3 on that side. And actually, hang on. If you do that, sometimes they bounce forward and they'll be in front. I don't want to chance that. 1, 2, 3. And same thing with you. Back it up, buddy. Back it up, buddy. You. Now here I'm still going to be in the middle. Well, I kind of want to get those. We'll pop 2 in the back. 2 in the back. We got 1 spare. I don't want to chance you getting hit, so you can go back here. Okay. There it is. Boring but effective, I have a feeling. They don't even know what's going to hit them. I hope they have dark vision, because you're fighting in the shade, boys. All right, you are starting up another palisade. You 2 are coming here to preach away the evil. And let's actually split up. One of you preach, one of you move on. Searching. We still have 1,100. I need another leader. I probably could recruit even more here. Sure can. Yeah, look at this. With the Citadel, I have that extra point. I think we're just going to get more mages. This is actually playing like I vaguely know how to play Dominions. This is weird. Normally, we'd be losing it in a 3-way war. Finally, some fire income. Yep. We can summon fire drakes. Not on this nation. We have pretender fire snakes. I am a fire snake. So many sacreds. Might want to spam some indie priests. Yeah, I do note I don't have enough blessing at the moment. Our blessing is kind of whatever, though. For anyone who hasn't seen it. Our blessing is currently 3 precision, 5 shock resist, inspirational +1. If we miss it, it's kind of whatever. The precision is nice, but it's not game-changing. What else do we know? Dark vision and inspirational, so not much. You can't wish for pretenders anymore. Womp womp. Our bolts will blow out the sun. Yes, they will. Still Kugel, a lot of good chassis. Yes, it is. Boring, we just crank up the medieval and turn down the fancy. All right. Let's roll it. 2 mercenary contracts. Yes, we don't want those guys. I would pay them to march across the continent. I'm not doing it. We found 2 magic sites, a deep crevasse, and an imperial quarry. We actually have really good earth income. I'm not sure what we could really do with that. Also, this guy just picked up a disease. That's worrisome. That is worrisome. All right, battle. I'm expecting very good things here. I'm going to be very disappointed if this goes badly. Okay, they have some crossbows, but I'm not particularly worried about that. I don't think Claymen have enough protection to stop me from killing them. The fire snakes could be painful, and the drakes ditto. The drakes could do us in, I suppose. Just a matter of how much can we whittle them down. No, we are in so flame drake killable at the moment. Some random crossbowmen deciding to charge forward. I must have had something wrong with that script. They tried to lock onto the big guy in the back. Oh, that's sketch. Well, somebody has to be the first one to die, and apparently it's going to be that crossbow guy. Okay, we've gone off script. I just saw lightning land. More fire snakes than I would have liked are getting close. Although, we're also now killing them, so, you know. They finally make contact. Yep, that AoE. That AoE. Shoot the snakes! Shoot the snakes! And the drakes. The drakes are incoming. Oh, and there's God, too. Alright, these drakes are gonna absolutely wreck my house. 76 HP. If you want to just leave, I'd be cool with that. Yep. Incoming drakes. Okay, luckily they're firing at max range, kinda, so far. How we doing? 35 HP. Come on, guys. Oh. I feel like we should have just fired at God. I feel like we should have just fired at God. How tired are you? Not even remotely. Warden check, apparently. Now, luckily, our morale is really high. They're going to have to take us quite far down before we retreat. Okay, God died or left. The drakes are almost dead. Alright. I missed that there were fire drakes here. I wouldn't have really done anything different. Maybe I would have deployed slightly further forward in a thinner line. That throne might have a plague well. Yeah, it very well might. It also just might be an old guy got a disease in winter. Okay, this went well. This was a tier 3, just for the record. And we basically buffed with some Air 2 guys, and the only buff we really had was True Shot. So, thank you to our laser sights. We appreciate that. Throne of Elements. It's fine. Doesn't ruin anything for me, so I like that. I think we're going to go for the other tier 3. Fire snakes, light cav, Clayman militia. Okay, this is the same thing. Again, no fire drakes listed here, just for the record. Give me everybody. Okay, we're just going to go whoop. And whoop. And we're going to actually go forward ever so slightly. I don't want them to group up. I want them to leave this spot. And yeah, I think we're going to head for this throne. All right, Simon gets the water-breathing amulet. Simon gets to go get that throne. You are heading underground. You are heading to go help there. You are searching? Or are we just done? I think maybe we're just done. Maybe we're just done. I think it's time just to move out. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's victory. Yeah, I think we just go. Somebody's gonna have to claim these thrones, and if he's running off to go do that, he's gonna be out of way quite far. What a good game for once. I'm not used to this. Build the citadel. Yep. Those two are fighting. There's like a 3-way war going on here. I love it. Hidden laboratory has been claimed. Okay. I mean, I don't hate that. Also, I should probably turn off this because you don't have the resources anymore. Patrolling killed. They left us. That's fine. Palisade, yep. We got attacked here by the dang heretics. It's heresy. Preach. He's still trying to preach. You know what? Build me a temple. We got the money for it. All right, you're building that palisade there. I was going to build one here, but I think we'll just build one there. If I need to, we can bust in here, but I don't think we're even going to need to. Now it's more of a matter of how fast can I get to the places I need to be to claim thrones. Yeah. Back up in chat here just a little bit. Rob C, welcome in, man. Happy Friday. Yes, indeed. Stygian skin, decaying weapons. Yep. Money hour stream. And it's been a very low money stream, Axe. In MA and EA, talking about Sacred Assassins. Man is pretty straightforwardly good. I think man would fall apart against actual humans. Humans would start coming up with ways to deal with your crossbows. Late age man is good until people start scripting magic. Yeah, exactly. This is what we're good at. So we're currently at our best. And there's not much else for us to do other than thunder strikes. I guess we could go for Battlefield Mistform, which isn't terrible. And we do have Body Ethereal, so that is something else we can do. Late age man, but yeah, just ever so slightly more. Talk about Machaca. Gotcha. I do have a soft spot for Machaca. I like that nation. I think that's everything. Do it. There was a battle in Lightport. Oh, and here it comes. Here it comes. I don't think he can actually stop the victory here, though. Elfed. Of course it'd be an elf. Doing some lightning bolts, did protective winds. Okay. And they did take that, so I'm gonna actually just PD dump here. I just don't want them coming in any deeper at the moment. Get me leadership. In fact, I want that like right now. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, keep heading towards that throne. Keep heading towards that throne. I don't think this train's turning. I think we're going for it. Keep going. Can I make it there? So one turn to here, claim it, and then make it to here. I don't think we could do that. I do want him to be present. Yeah. Let's just research for a hot turn here. Also, I have owl quills that I have not been equipping. That's a bit of an oof. I don't even think we're going to need those, weirdly enough. Okay. For God, apparently he's going to put on a girdle. We can wear a crown, and we can have another item. Your research is so terrible. You want to forge yourself something? We could stab out our eye and put in an eye of aiming. We also could just do... Actually, I kind of like the idea of the ammo of missile protection. That saves me a script slot. And we could still wear a crown. That is not a crown. Crown of Lead gives us a magic resist and 6 head protection. I don't think we're going to find anything else, frankly. You would be the guy that would have it. Nope, nothing else. All right, we'll kit him out a little bit here. We're going to hit enchant 4. That does give me true shot warriors. Okay, yep, that'll be nice. Okay, you are preaching, you're going to move up. I'm going to be really annoyed if you take this. 1 month remaining. Yeah, give me bishop here. You guys head over there. Different move speed of different old men. Site search. Okay, got the first level. Continue building it. Now you have to wait. Alfred. Yep, head up there. Research. Okay, I think we got it here. This throne is not even counted in my victory calculation. We don't even have that picked up yet. So we have the underground throne. We have the tier 2 throne that we got right here. 4 points. And I mean, just the 2 tier 3s, it takes us to 10. But on the off chance it doesn't, we're grabbing this one. I have lots of troops here. I just need some leadership to get them. And we have the shipwreckers heading in that direction. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Wolf says, hey, Bebel, I hope your day's been good. Mine's been full of really high highs and low lows, but overall up. Well, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad it turned out well for you. What a turbulent day it sounds like. Has Axe told you? He mentioned just a little bit that it's been pretty rocky. So much pain. Is it Babel levels of pain? EA Solar Lion weapons. Aw. I like large on EA Machaca. It's just good stats for their sacred, and it makes their mage lineup a little more resilient too. You can just pop a Cathoric Lion Pelt on them, and they're good to go. Shipwreckers are busted. Yes, everyone loves the shipwreckers. Makes sense. There's definitely better ways to run Machuca for sure. I definitely wouldn't do a Hellblast for those guys, but I like the budget. They have a magic weapon that puts people to sleep, and it's blunt damage. So if you have to fight like a stupid monolith or something, they're monoliths. Okay. Enchant complete. That's 4. That does help us out a little bit. We search for sites. Cool. Unexpected event. False Pretender again. And construction done. Man, those false pretenders though, am I right? Alright, Shipwreckers bid. I do want you. We're gonna end this game with like 12 points worth of thrones if he actually wins that fight. It's a long shot, but it'd be hilarious if he does. Build me a temple. Building the fortress. Preaching. Moving. Moving. Okay, gear up. Yeah, full gear. Full gear. All right, so he can definitely fly down here. So I don't need him to do anything yet. You, and you can join the fray. We'll search while we're waiting for these guys. Okay, so claim. So 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, 4, 5, 6. 6 turns to victory, if I'm reading that right. Let's claim that throne. And the cool thing is, my underground throne is safe. I have a fort on this. There's no way anyone's cracking in here. We can leave the giant army sitting on this one. This one's a little vulnerable, but nobody's near it. Even Ulm would have to go 1, 2, 3. And they can't cross this river unless it freezes. Midgard, even if they take this, it's not a throne I need for victory. We still have a spare point here, and we might be able to get one here, and we still have these 2 here. This actually worked out really well. I kind of thought this was going to be painful when I saw where the thrones were, but it worked out. Yeah. Here, you, all here. Line formation. Stand behind. I'll grab... Are we going to get any more research done? We're not. Research is done. The time of research has ended. You 3 head up that way. I'm going to have him go pick up these guys. We'll have one big army up here to stomp around. And that's it. That's cool. Go. Manage losing fortitude, not really sacking much to get 5 natural protection, 5 reason. Yeah, fortitude I really like, but fortitude's just so bloody expensive. Hey, tut tut tut, they were telling the tales of your story. All right, claim the throne. Battle between them, unexpected event. We were discovered, that's fine. Finished building, you'll love to see it. He's done. So he takes over and starts building the Grand Citadel. Yes, you can head that way. All of you into here. I should have had them bring some gems with me. That's annoying. All right, you. I mean, there's no reason to bring those, right? Okay, we're going to need to... Ooh, and I had extra guys here. That's okay. All right, fly down here. Okay, God. No longer needs to air shield himself because he has the amulet. I think with the amount of crossbows we have, we are literally going to spam True Shot Warriors for all 5 of our things here. Size 20. So let's see. Fatigue's 100. If I had 3 air, that'd take it to 50. I have 4 air, so it would be 25. Yeah, we could totally spam that. I'm going to give him... I gave him 10 gems, right? Yeah, and you know what? 20 gems. You enjoy yourself, Flame Tongue. You enjoy yourself. So... Pop him right here, let's say. And he's literally just responsible for True Shot Warrior on just like as many dudes as he possibly can. Get in close. Maybe have those go back 1. All right, then that means I really don't want my air guys doing that. So they're going to air shield themselves. And then... I mean, we could arrow westward wind if we wanted to. The odds of them hitting something good are pretty low. Yeah, what the heck? What's the range on that? 50? Yeah, things might not be in range yet. And then I think we... lightning spam. And then we're off script. So give that a number 2. And we're going to go propagate that out to everybody. We'll see if we catch anyone interesting with the arrows. I've never had particular luck. Some people swear by that spell. We shall see, I guess. Don't be in the gap. All right, then... all these guys, though. Do I need to bless? I am going to need to bless. That's a little annoying, because God won't auto-bless because we're not in our own dominion. That's annoying. All right, make that a number 3. I think we're going to actually tell them spells. Oops. Okay, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Yeah, we're a little short on those guys, actually. Is what it is. I can't imagine we lose this. Maybe if there's like stupid amounts of fire drakes, but I just don't see that happening. Okay, hold and fire closest. I think that's just all I want. We don't see crossbows. We do have some cav, but again, cav will just end up being the closest anyways. I think that's it. I think we literally just shade them out. Dare you to make double chain lightning thug whips. What's the bless? I can pop it up here. We started with 5 shock resistance and inspirational, and one of our thrones gave us 3 precision, which is pretty baller, no lie, for our wardens. That makes them like 17 precision or something ridiculous. So that's actually kind of cool. Helps our god too. So there's that. We literally just did this on the backbone of fire snake and crossbows, as God intended. Okay, you came here to preach. You came here to collect that. More than you can even carry. Sure. Hold and fire closest. Head this way in case he gets smarmy with me. You know what? We'll bid on these guys. Again, I don't even need this throne, but I'm gonna take it anyways because it's mine. And you came here, you're gonna preach. Okay, Simon. Throne of Zeal, that's what was down here. So we are currently at 5 points. On the off chance Snake doesn't make it, I can't imagine Simon manages to get to this before he does, but on the off chance, run over here. We don't have this claimed, we don't have this claimed, we don't have that claimed. Snakey's moving in. I don't need that scout here anymore. Let's take him down below. Lightning whips are great. Lightning whips are great if you actually have some lightning resist. You said hold and fire closest, but you put those on hold and attack closest. Hold and fire, hold and fire, 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 fire. Nope, I'm good. We're good. Or was that the other group you're talking about? Thank you. Yes, you are correct. Hold and fire closest. Do it. Did he end up with the flying boots? No, we didn't get... Our research was pretty trash this game. We didn't get construction up to 5. Sea of Woe. All right, everyone's favorite, Shipwreckers, taking their second throne for the game, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, that's not looking good. That's not looking good. This is the leader right here. 12 HP left. Now, he does get my bless, so he's got that extra inspirational. Does he live through the poison? I don't think he does. He dies to the coral poison. But we win anyways. What a way to go. What a way to go. Too angry and too fishy to die. And that was the Throne of Bureaucracy for another 2-pointer. So we're going to end the game with 13 points. Look at our second battle here. All right. I'm noticing I didn't get the gap again that I wanted. I wish the preview positioning was a little more accurate. All right, Cav is coming in. Their snakes have already lit them on fire. A little trivia here, lightning bolts actually hit rider and mount when they hit. So they are it's extra good against cavalry. They did solidly make it to my line, but now they're just at point blank for... Ooh. Okay, cheeky little monkey. I see you. He's got those wing boots, though. Got those wing boots, though. Fancy meeting you here. Edna Saga, the Netter King. What are we at? Round 5. Last True Shot Warriors going out. So we have tons of people that are at 17 precision. Do we have any wardens? 21 precision on the warden. That is insane. My scoped bows. Now the flame snakes are going to cause problems. The flame snakes... they do have a venomous attack, which I think will hurt us. No, we'll be all right. We have fire and poison resist, so the flame snakes aren't really going to do it. There's the flame drakes. We knew they would come in sooner or later. A lot of them. All right, I think they're going to morale route before we do, though. They're going to HP route. Blessings going out. It's a lot of flame snakes, awfully close. There's the drakes coming in. We hate it. What is your 16 morale? They're pretty good at that. Yeah. Front lines are looking a little iffy. Front lines are looking a little iffy. How are we doing here? 84 HP. We have not done particularly much there. Okay, the right side has managed to clear itself. Speed this up a smidgen. Now, firing flame blasts at the fire drake's god is probably not the best decision, if I'm being honest with you. Their god just retreated. We hold the day. More painful than I thought. Again, do note on our scout report, they did not say flame drakes. So another reason you should always ping a throne first and not go in blind. Would I have changed anything? No, not really. But it would be good to know. I could have maybe spread out. Maybe we should have gone single width instead of double width, just to make their flamethrower attacks a little weaker. But we win. Looks like I win. Claim that throne. Pump that PD. Wow, random indie guy. You're in the right place at the right time. Bring those guys down. All right, God is claiming the throne. We're gonna search and patrol and all kinds of goodies. Search. Lee of Wine is gonna start us in on building a palisade. This was Eternal Suffering. Probably the one I wanted the least, although Order and Productivity gives us even more recruitability. We can soak the Misfortune if we have to. Extra Morale's not terrible. So we are currently at, another hot tip, they patched it. If you mouse over a flag, it'll tell you your total points. Thank you, Illwinter. My sanity thanks you. So I have 5 points currently. Plus 3 is 8. Plus 3 is 11. And if that doesn't work, plus 3 more is 14. So we have plenty of victory. And I can't foresee them being able to take this off me. I guess flyers could drop here. But other than that, how long is it going to take you to get to that throne? 2 turns. That's what I thought. Okay, claim that throne. Simon. We didn't pick up those flying boots, did we? No, unfortunately not. Is that actually the fastest, Simon? I guess it is. I guess it is. All right. No reason to keep you guys here. Let's turn that off. Go protect that throne. Head over there. Continue building castle. What an amazing game. This actually is how Dominion should go. A little weird. We're going to kind of win without having to do too much battling. So I know people absolutely hate that. It is what it is. We just lucked out today. Like I said, it's always such a balancing act with the throne setup. I mean, we've had games like Nazca, which should have been incredibly easy and turned into absolute hell on earth. And we've had other games like this, which I thought was going to be kind of hard, and we basically just stomped on their faces. None of these guys could stop us at this point. We have critical mass of crossbows, essentially. So in theory, you could get another +2. You sure could. Meow Meow says, I remember Babel complaining about having to count. Yes. Yes. I don't know if it was because of me or not, but I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. It matters a lot more when you're getting a bunch of 1s and 2s. Lately, we've been doing a lot of tier 3 thrones, which are a lot easier. Oh, I'm getting elfed. Yeah, see? You guys thought this was going to be all easy. I am going to chase those elfies down a little bit. I would like it if they didn't exist. And I see no reason not to PD dump this all the way. Flame Snake, fly over. It's going to take me 2 turns. We are at 8 points currently. Simon is also heading that way. He is equal amount away, actually. Continue building my castle. I can't because I'm poor. That's fine. I'd rather have the PD. Patrol. Quite a spooky little empire they built down there. It's a bit anticlimactic, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I think I showed off the best of this nation. The only thing we didn't really get to do was do my actual big fire arrows. We could have had our air mages do the precision buff. God does the fire arrows. And then later on, ideally, we would have... In fact, we didn't even get to use our summons, which kind of sucks. I like these summons a lot. Use our flame spirits. But it is what it is. This is just how it's going. How goes the war? It goes excellent, Sergeant. It goes excellent. Okay, multiple Happened there. He tried to Great Hawk me. I called it. I called it. We did catch him here. Banshees are crazy in LA. Yeah. And they bring you in good mages too. Other things you might consider also are gnomes or water kobolds. Water kobolds are like Glamour 1, Water 1, and they have like 9... I think they have 9 research, and they can use Dreamstones. So, kind of a nice little freebie researcher who can do a little bit of combat fluffing if you need him to. I mean, they did better than I thought. They definitely did better than I thought. The only one that had the gall to actually try to stop me. Sneaking caught, of course. Okay, there's no reason for us both to go here. God, can you make it to that one? You can't. God, get here. Simon, head there. Drop my PD. Head that way. And we'll have you go over here. Roll it. Mercenary, that's fine. I don't use them. The little people have hurt me too much. Alt 2 done. Alt 3 on the way. That's Body Ethereal. White Harbor. Boy, they are going for it. Good on them. I'm defending... Or just catch a guy. Apparently... Wait, what? Apparently they're attacking me with Ghost King? Oh, Ghost King. Laugh track plays. Okay, well, that's a thing that happened. Caught a sneaker. We did some construction. Sure. Alright, God is going to claim his throne. I learned my lesson. Never mess around at the end of the game. Win the game, Babel. Just win the game. Don't mess around. Because then it'll be horrific and you're going to lose. Yeah, head up that way. Simon is coming in here to claim that. And then if he had to, he could come down here and claim that. Troll. You are going to continue to build. Reach. Fine. Get out. Build up to Citadel. And I think that's it. I think that's victory. Bunch of research finishes. There is our victory. We have another battle where we kill Ghost King. Don't think we need to watch that. Well, I honestly had prepared myself for a bit of a struggle stream. Goes to show, this is also a good point here. Even though my whole strategy was like, we're going to use a little bit of fire, we ended up with 2 fire gem income. One of those is random, and one of those is coming from our Throne of Elements. So be very careful about making cool, intricate builds in late age if they require gems that you don't have natively. I searched not super hard, but also not super not. Like, we have a lot of fire search done. And at level 3 for a lot of it, and in pretty decent areas, like caves, cave forests have pretty good chances. Thrones have pretty good chances. So just be really leery of that. And I mean, I didn't spend hardly any gems, and look at how tiny my income is here. It is only turn 31, so this was a very fast game. That's less than 3 years, but that's not a ton. That is not a ton of gems. Olm attacked you, and you killed Midgard's god. Yep, I mean, he deserved it, right? He deserved it. Was gonna say Olm jumped in the fray, but too late. But Axe beat me to it. But you can both point it out. Quick one, yeah. This isn't like top tier speed. Like, are we as good as middle-aged Pelagia? Are we that top tier? Really what it is just a good map spawn for me. This could have gone very differently. Agartha could have taken here, and that would have cut me off from all of this. And then this is a whole different game, because that was 7 of my points. No, that was 8. 7 of my points came from this area. And if Agartha had cut me off here, I would not have been able to do that. So we would have had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We still could have done it. This would have been the win down here. So we could have done it, but it would have been a totally different game, right? And much longer, because I would have had to go through Ulm. So could have turned out very, very different there. Simple game plan, easy execution, smooth finish. Yeah. And, you know, we've mentioned it a few times, though. We got to do what man is good at. Spam melee hybrid crossbows, stand in a line and shoot things with them. Preferably with some precision buffs. Other buffs are awesome if you get them. We did a little bit of light magic. We did some like fire stuff, which actually helped us expand a lot. Like a lot in the early game. A little bit of lightning, but we didn't get up to storm, which we could do. We didn't get to do thunder strikes, and we didn't get to do any of our conjuration stuff. So there are a few more aspects of the nation that we really didn't show off here. I do talk about those in the pregame video if you didn't watch that. But yeah, a relatively easy one this week. I appreciate that, Dominions. I appreciate that. Might also be higher rec for the sites. It very well could be. 3 to 5 is the threshold. Was close to, yeah. Agartha stopped to build a fort. Had they come up here first, and was that even a good fort? Yeah, that was a fine fort. That's fine. But if that was a player, the player definitely would have grabbed this quick, so that this cuts off. Because look at the choke point. Right here, this is all water, crossing rivers. This is all crossing rivers. This is literally the choke point of this entire connection. Whoever owns this entire area. So, again, AI is AI. They don't know that. But a player would definitely prioritize right here. Ditto with this spot or this spot. This is another major choke point. These are the only 2 ways to cross north-south on this entire area. Yeah, so that could have gone very different. Same here. This is the only way east. So if you lost this, all of this would be out of bounds. And we would have been stuck up here. So could have gone very, very differently. Surprised it went so quick. But yeah, we really actually came back from that bad start. It was just slow. Like, not being able to circle your cap while you have somebody ferry reinforcements in sucks. And we sucked a lot here. Like, we had to use mercenaries and our god and everything. But I think this was super important. It doesn't feel like this did a lot, but the income. 330 gold for basically the entire game, and kind of just being the anchor of my north. Very important spot. We probably could have got more mages out of here. I did pull some out, but we probably could have got more mages, and that would have helped. But that would have taken away from our crossbow recruitment. So, you know, it's here or there, depending. But there we go. I'm going to take my victory lap, I suppose. That's amazing to me, frankly. Next week, we have Utgard already in the can. I've already spoiled. The week after that is going to be Ulm. I've done my test games. I just need to record tomorrow, so should go pretty well. At the moment, my plan is on Sunday, we're going to do another House of Legacy. Still going pretty strong, slowing down, but to be expected. The goal for that one is either people stop watching it or we get to Emperor. I think we're relatively close, a couple more streams. I'm kind of burning a little bit of time because we have Cyber Knights coming out. And Cyber Knights is going to be our big midweek stream for a little bit. So if you enjoyed Cyber Knights before, we're going to go back with 1.0 coming out. We're going to restart. So if you missed the beginning of the last one, check it out. It's a really cool game. Or join us on that when it starts up. I'm very excited for that. I had a ton of fun last time. And the only reason I stopped was we had kind of hit the end of the story that was in game. It's going to have all the story in game now. in addition to a lot of other improvements. So it's going to be pretty cool. Beyond that, do remember, Dominions is going to be on the summertime schedule. So for me, that's 4 p.m. PST. From here on out, unless changes are noted, I might switch it back to 5 o'clock, but it seems like people like 4 o'clock. So that just makes for a good day for me. And beyond that, I've got some other content I'm working on in the background, just nothing quite ready to show off yet. So please look forward to it. All right, thank you everyone. For those of you who super chatted, and speaking of which, I didn't call you out, Pyrrhic with the 5 New Zealand dollars. GG to you, Pyrrhic. Thank you very much. Thank you for the gifted sub too. And anyone else, thank you for being here. Thank you for any of the kind contributions. I look forward to seeing you guys in another Dominion stream or in the comments or wherever. All right, Babble's gonna go take an easy evening off. I'll see you guys next time. Babble out.